and terrible things happening to our wonderful players here. So let's introduce our players. Who are you guys? Who are you playing today? And what on earth do you have to say for yourself? So Skagif, starting with you. Explain yourself, sir.
Yeah, I was looking up my character so I got the right pronunciation. I'm playing Volkart Decker, a psyker that is kind of a little bit mental, kind of fun play. So, yeah.
A little bit mental.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit, the healthy amount.
Yeah.
It's Captain Fluffer with his fluffy hair. That's my new intro that I'm working on. Rachel, how are you?
Yeah, I'm not too bad at all, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Who are you playing tonight?
I am playing Novaya Tora, who is a pretty much like just a normal human being as far as it's concerned. At least that's what she appears to be.
She appears to be a normal human being. That is good.
Dangerous.
When they appear normal. It's a quiet one you gotta look out for.
Yeah.
Alright then, and finally Skagif, how fuck me. Wind Beyond. Oh man, you guys just like look the same, sound the same to me. They're all the same, alright guys. So Wind Beyond. How are you, my friend? Oh, let me unmute you. There we go. No, there we go.
Yeah, no, I'm good, thanks.
Yeah, good. So who are you playing, Steve?
Karakthul is a war-torn soldier.
Yes, with
a bit of a stupid on the surface, but he's hiding some stuff underneath that rugged handsomeness.
Yes. Beneath all the scars. Say meat fuller of meat grinder, right? Perfect. So thanks Ken for that retweet. So let us try and go around and remind ourselves what happened previously. Also, guys in chat, what are the audio levels like? I'm messing around with some new stuff, so if things sound off, then let us know at the beginning so we don't have to sit through 3 hours of horrible audio. So let's try and remember what happened previously. I'll let you guys kind of go around. I'll start you off here. So you started on the ship, the Emperor's Lance, and a man named Agent Grimm sent you on a mission to do something. What was that mission, and how did you go about getting to that place? It was 2 weeks ago, so I'll try and help out as much as possible. So Rachel, what do you remember of previous?
Great. Pick on me, thanks.
Yeah, I saw you laughing.
You got it. Tell the whole class.
Okay, we were sent off to a planet that I have temporarily forgotten the name of, but I will find it in my notes. Thank you, Qualis. And we went on a absolutely itty-bitty tiny ship, which is just big enough for 3, maybe 4 people at a push. We nearly lost one of our players through a window in the middle of warp, which was totally not backup at all. We eventually crash landed in the middle of the outskirts of the city. Got attacked by guards, nearly died.
Well, you didn't really get attacked by guards.
Yes, we did.
Vroom.
No, the guards of the city, of Zykarth is the city on the planet Quartus. So they wanted to kind of impound your ship because you had no reason to land on their pleasure planet. Well, you did really, but you decided to lie to them and tell them that your real reason for being there was that you were part of some secret club, unbeknownst to anyone.
Completely innocent.
3 secret 5U. So that they tried to impound your ship. It didn't go too well, and then you decided to murder them all. So you murdered them all after a brief fight, and then you kind of ran into the jungle, but you were being pursued by more of them because you just killed off a bunch of the city, this guard, the Adeptus Arbites, and so as you were kind of caught up to, you surrendered, you spoke to the captain, Lucian, and Wimbion, do you remember what you said to the captain to kind of convince him?
Well, I told him that we were there undercover, trying to root out some evil. Didn't go into too much on detail. And that I had 2 buffoons with me to act as my cover.
Yay, with buffoons!
Yes, they played the buffoons excellently.
Yes.
As if made for the role.
Oi.
So as you the captain kind of let you go without any of the fees. You managed to convince him. You then were out in the streets, and there was this masquerade kind of festival, kind of ball happening out in the streets of Zykarth. This very kind of rich and ridiculously kind of expensive city. So, Scaif, do you remember what happened then when you decided to try and kind of blend in to the ball?
Yeah, I'm completely kind of hating the dice system in this game. But yeah, other than that, we tried to blend in. I tried to kind of listen into what the hot topic of everybody was. And there was this person coming up to us and asking if we had been hearing something about the Beast Colosseum. And he was a little bit shady, and the last thing was that we were being led by him to go to that Beast House.
So you're kind of in the crowds mingling, listening to important sounding people, and a man in a heron mask, whose only name that you have is Heron Mask, basically. He was talking about this Beast House and where all this kind of ridiculous displays of kind of violence happen, and people like to watch and kind of gamble and bet on it. So it seemed kind of to your guys' trained ears, sounds a bit suspicious, really. If there's like excesses of anything going on, and it's possible that there is like cult activity surrounding it. And certainly he seemed like the shady kind of fella. He wore a heron mask after all. I mean, who the fuck does that, right? So he everyone knows that you go for Panther. So in fact, do you remember which masks you're wearing? Because there was like a panther, there was like a jaguar, and there was like a cock as well, I think.
Wimbjorn's got the
he's got the cock.
I'm the cock.
There we go. So yeah,
we love you all the same, mate. Don't worry.
You were following the Heron Mask man to this place, the Beast House, as he's described it. You haven't really asked him too much about it. We just ended the last episode on that bombshell. So we should remind you guys, if you haven't followed, hit that follow button and join us as we're beginning our show today. I'm going to set up the tweet thing here. At 25 retweets, you guys get to decide what happens in our game, which is pretty exciting. We're already on, dare I believe it, 7 retweets, my lord. So let's get some more going, and we can make some bad things happen to the party, because bad things
doesn't have to be bad.
Bad things are the best things.
Chat is lovely.
Could be good things too.
Wow. But such as legal action following. Welcome, legal action, to the adventure, my friend. You're a gentleman and a scholar, so hopefully we don't have need for legal action whilst we're here on Zykarth, but we shall see. So let's get into it, I guess, guys. So also, there's like a more detailed write-up on our campaign hub for Dark Heresy. You can do !catch-up, and that's just a link to all the campaign catch-up stuff. You click on Dark Heresy. I've written like a full like paragraph as catch-up and who the characters are and stuff like that. So if anyone asks during the show as well, !catch-up is useful. So let us begin. So we need some more creepy music for this, I think. We need some slightly more creepiness. So let's go into the haunted ramparts. So !catch-up. Nailed it. So you are in this masquerade festival. There are thousands of people all around you, wearing different masks, talking about different things, perhaps some illicit things that you might not normally talk about because, you're anonymous. No one knows who you are. People are trying to guess who everyone else is. And at the same time, people are trying to get information out of one another. You get the feeling from this ball that everyone is basically trying to kind of do one over on their rival. They're just trying to figure out who exactly their rival is. So as you follow this heron-masked man through the crowds, he's a fairly tall man. He's also very thin, and as you're following him through, people just part as he walks. People seem to be paying like a fair amount of attention when they turn and see him. He's clearly like fairly known, or maybe even feared, respected at the very least. He has a kind of presence about him, and so as he's walking, he speaks to you guys. And let's get some visual descriptions of what you guys look like real quick. So, Skagath, what does Volkart Decker look like?
Yeah, I had to look that up too. He's normal build or length, a little bit on the muscular side. Black, short hair, kind of laid back a little bit. No real complexion, but of course he has this scar from somewhere.
From somewhere.
Yeah.
Just got it one night.
Really, yeah, haven't really noted that up, but I guess it's a little bit on the shin going down.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay, cool. What about Novia?
Yeah, Novia is verging on nearly 6 foot tall, very thin, pale. She's got like freckles across her face. Black hair with purple streaks and a side ponytail, and one massive scar right across the bridge of her nose from one corner of her face to the other.
And a scar in the shape
And a
of
scar.
a banana. Okay, so
Thanks, Will.
Winbjorn, what does Carrick Fu look like?
Carrick is a very large fella, very muscular, very tall. He has scars from various shrapnel and burned on one of the sides of the face. So he's not very pretty. He's
Ruggedly handsome.
wielding a very classical military buzz cut, and he's fairly square jaw.
Cool. Ireland, so Heron Mask kind of turns and he says, you seem new here. I haven't noticed the accents. You don't sound like you're Quadians.
No, maybe not. We've come travelling.
What is the purpose of your travel?
Investments.
Investments. He kind of steeples his fingers as he's walking. Excellent.
Levi actually goes up to him and sort of like links arms with him. It's like, you seem very important.
He takes it kind of like stiffly. No, he doesn't feel very comfortable in that sense. And you smell this kind of like cloying kind of perfumey smell coming from him, which is like not at all kind of like manly. He's clearly not wearing the latest Lynx products. He's got Space Lynx. He's not wearing Spinks. He's wearing
He's not wearing Spinks. Okay.
Dior,
Yeah.
I don't know, women's perfume. I don't know any of these things. So can you tell I have a girlfriend? I know all about perfume.
Definitely.
Right.
Yeah.
He smells nice, basically. You're like, that smells kind of nice, but it's actually kind of cloying, and like kind of makes you kind of gag. You know, it's like old lady perfume actually.
Yeah.
It's not tasteful. And he like takes your arm and says, "What kind of investments are you looking to acquire?"
Mostly properties, but I may be considered to change my mind on a few things. What would you suggest?
He says, "Well, our Beast House has many fine opportunities."
You'll have to show me around.
I shall. And what of your companions here? Why are you here?
Yeah, I just turn around and just usher them forward so they can speak.
Yeah, and the Decker is kind of taking a good place and trying to stand tall. I am Volkart, and he kind of loves his own name, so he kind of goes into an own being on his own right, and kind of gives a little bit of a pause after that. And I'm the man who makes everything happen. And spaces out totally into his own mind.
And the first. So yeah, he's like, I like people who can make things happen. And what of your larger companion? Seems like a hardy fellow.
I am just my lady's security. Pay no heed to me.
Very well. And he starts kind of all the while like partying through this crowd. And you come to this tent, essentially. This big kind of tent. There's a lot of the tents are around. You can see inside people like fortune tellers are in there. Maybe there's some like fire breathing going on as well. Sort of festival activities. And you come into this tent. And inside, it's pretty kind of dark in here. He kind of just lights like a halogen lamp. It turns on pretty brightly in here, kind of illuminates the room. And can you quickly, and I need to remember what game we're playing, because it's like the start of my week.
My Little Pony RPG.
Can you roll me a toughness test, please? You can have a plus 20 on this one.
Well, all of us?
Yeah. Ah.
Yeah,
Yes,
sure.
bitch. Yes, girl. Alright then. Oh, character fool has succeeded. Novia has also succeeded. So, as you come in here, Volkite, you start kind of like wheezing, coughing a little bit. It's like you've got like a bad cough or something. Clearly the air, the Quadian air doesn't seem to sit too well with you. And the Heron Mask, he turns and says, "Would you like some refreshments?" He like goes to start pouring a drink of like some nice smelling kind of red wine, which he has. Just pouring the wine, hands you all cups. He has a cup himself. He starts drinking.
Very generous of you.
Sipping his wine. Did you just down the wine?
I'll find somewhere else to put it later. I'm not downing it.
I thought you were like, I'm this classy noblewoman.
No. Classy.
I bet that Decker will do it though. He needs something for the throat, so he will down the wine really fast and look at Karaktul and kind of a little bit wide open eyes. Do you feel it? Huh? They're peculiar?
Not really.
The Quadian air doesn't always sit well with newcomers, it's true. Where do you hail from?
Does he look at anybody specific?
Yeah, he's looking at you.
Oh, me? He kind of looks around. A small little void ship. You probably never heard of it.
What's up, Enchanted Wings? How are you? He says, well, seeing as you'd all like to see the Beast House, I don't see any problem in taking you down there. You'll have to go blindfolded, of course. The way to the Beast House is not available for anyone's eyes other than mine.
Seems a bit too secret for something that seems to be so popular, according to you.
Well, we need our precautions, you see. Technically, what we're doing isn't legal.
Really? I'd say it'd be perfectly legal.
He shakes his head. You see, there are some very strict laws on Quadis about animal cruelty and gambling on such things, so technically what we're doing is illegal. So if you wish to enter, then you will be committing a crime. I'm always upfront about this.
Wouldn't be the first time. How do we know we can take your word for our safety?
He says, well, I suppose you don't, seeing as we've never met before, but I have a reputation. I have no reason to really lie to you, and, well, it wouldn't be good business if I was just bumping off every, potential customer or investor that came my way.
That is very true. Give me a moment, I wish to speak to my security and my advisor.
Yeah, of course. Take your time.
Actually, the moment like, do you really think this is a good idea?
Says Decker.
Have we got any other choices?
No. But still.
We want to see the underbelly, so this is the way to it.
Okay, everybody stay on their guard. Let's just try and get through this in one piece.
Alright.
Yep. She goes back to the heron mask.
Okay. He looks back at you with his mask. Through his mask, you see his eyes behind.
Through his mask.
Yep.
We will go down.
Good. Now, and he like produces some blindfolds.
Yeah.
Hands them to
But he
you.
happens to have on.
Yeah, oh yeah.
You know.
He just produces them from his body. No, he goes into a little kind of drawer and like gets out some of these like little blindfold things.
Only blindfolds though, right? No gag balls or anything like that.
Oh god!
Just want to make sure.
Boy.
That went down very quickly.
Escalated.
Free watershed. Here we go. This is a family show, everyone. Exclamation
I
point
never
dong
heard
check.
about
Yeah, he produces these blindfolds and he like hands them to you to put them on. Are you guys putting them on?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you are. Okay. So you put them on, and he says, "Follow me." And you hear this kind of like hatch opening from somewhere in the floor. He begins to lead you. Who would be going first, do you think?
Probably me.
Okay, so Navir, he kind of like he takes your hand and starts like leading you down like a ladder, basically.
Okay.
Finding where the rungs. I mean, pretty quickly it's easy to find where the rungs are. And then you guys start heading down. He's clearly like with you as well. And as you're going down here, you get to that point where it's like you're so used to the rhythm of it that you feel weird when like you finally touch the floor. You're like expecting another bit of ladder. And yeah, you come down to the floor, and down here it's it's basically sounds a bit like a sewer might, in that the kind of echoing water is kind of dripping around here. There's clearly some like leaks in here, but it doesn't like stink like a sewer would. It's more like a probably from like the guess of your knowledge of like pleasure planets. This might have once been like an underground or like a metro. And now it's just disused because we don't need trains anymore because we can all fly. So yeah, you guys find yourself down here, and Heron Mask comes down and he says, "Follow my voice," and you can like hear his footsteps, kind of walking off into the blackness.
Yeah. Okay.
Which one of the voices, son?
Which one?
I've got a lot of voices in my head right now.
Decker has many.
Follow the one that we're meant to be following.
Oh.
Ignore the others.
Oh. That makes sense.
So you follow Heron Mask every now and again. He'll like be like over here, this way, and you're led for a few minutes. And as you come to some kind of like kind of lowering, you feel the ground kind of lowering, the slope going downwards. You each feel an incredible searing pain in the kind of in the back of your heads, and for Volkart, the coughing which you've been experiencing is gotten really bad. But the kind of sharp pain in the back of the head is almost as if someone's kind of hit you with something very heavy and something very hard, and just kind of cracked you over the back of the head with that. So imagine, like a rifle butt. I mean, I imagine kind of Carrot Fool's been hit in the head with a few rifle butts in his time. So he's probably like, oh, let's gun Mark 2.
That's an M11.
Yeah. The distinctive butt of that one. So yeah, you each receive like a massive jab to the back of the head, like, and you find yourselves, especially Volkart. Volkart's been like coughing and spluttering as he's been going, just knocked the hell out as you're down here. Apparently this is a more permanent kind of blindfold. So you fall forwards, crash into the floor as the pain recedes, and all you find is darkness, your old friend. So
Love it.
As being blindfolded by a stranger, what could possibly go wrong?
Mm-hmm. So as you you wake up sometime later, so let me just do this real quick. So you wake up some point later. What kind of things do you dream about as you're like passed out? Let's have a quick insight into like what a Volkart dream looks like and what each of your dreams. So Volkart, what is
ignore the rest of ours. Volkart's will be much more interesting.
possibly
No,
scary?
I think he's like the most sane person in the whole group. So I mean, the dreams about like steel cages and being tortured for hours, hearing different voices coming in and out. I think those are pretty sane. And
Right.
the torturement like a prisoner and hearing several voices over and over. I think it's pretty sane.
Pretty-
That should,
Pretty normal stuff, right?
yeah,
Pretty normal stuff.
everybody should have like several voices.
Snaggoth, I'm very, very worried for you right now.
Yeah, I think we might need to call his carer. So Sue, what's up? How are you? I just broke my office communicator by using too many rainbow emojis.
Oh,
Wrecked.
okay.
It's the price you have to pay sometimes, you know. It's the price you have to pay. So what does a Novia like dream look like as she's knocked out here?
She's probably having nightmares of her escape from her family and from the planet she lived on and everything. After she might or might not have stolen something that she wasn't meant to. But yeah, she'll be sort of like twitching and stuff as she's feeling the pain.
Like you know, like when dogs are having a dream and they're like moving their paws around and stuff like that. I imagine. All right then, Wimbion, what does a Carrick Fool dream look like?
Well, he's probably dreaming about the recent battle outside the scrap heap that they crashed on this planet. So just reliving the glorious fight.
Every now and then in his sleep, just
Nom, nom, nom.
So, yes, actually, I hope everyone's doing fantastic today. Yes, we are doing fantastic. Oh my god, Sue, I didn't mean to time you out, fuck. I clicked
Well
on
done.
Sue and now she's dead. No. You should be back, Sue, sorry about that. Would a £5 donation cause a psychic phenomenon? Yeah, basically that's like a wild magic surge, right? So that makes sense to me.
the Saxons, be nice, be nice.
Be cruel, Sextus, be cruel. So yeah. As you have in these dreams, you know, glorious, creepy, sad, weird. You find yourselves awakening somewhat afterwards. You don't know how long has passed, all you see as you kind of wake up is your blurry eyes begin to kind of clear. You see kind of like these bars, and as your vision clears, they look pretty iron and red as well. And as you kind of like sit up and shake the wooziness from your head, can you each roll me another toughness test for me, please? This time, add a +10 for me. Oh no, a beholder looked at me and wanted to kill me and someone cut off the right eye. Don't worry. We got you, Sue. We got you back.
But to my defense, toughness is not my strong suit. So
True.
But I'm tough as nails.
Tough as nails, Carrick Fool.
I failed miserably.
holy crapper, yeah.
Oh wow, you really did fail miserably. Nothing could save you there. So, Volkart and Novia, you are feeling particularly bad. I mean, you're in like one of the worst states that you've felt in a very long time, and I mean, you guys have been shot up very recently. It's like you just feel really ill within your like stomach, as if like you're just recovering from like a really bad sick bug or flu or something like that. And of course, like the wooziness in the back of your head really isn't helping your kind of situation here. So you're not feeling too hot. Whereas Carrickfall kind of wakes up and he's like, oh yeah, I've just been hit by a Lasgan Mark II. Let's do
Tough
this
as all
again.
nails.
So you wake up and you're in these kind of red these red cages, and as you look around, you see other people trapped inside of these cages. You're in a very large hall, basically. The kind of size of like a dwarven hall. So think the same kind of height of Moria, I guess, as they're kind of going through that. It's pretty huge. Luckily, there doesn't appear to be a Balrog at this point. But you're in this kind of open space. It looks like maybe some large factory or something like that, because it has like several layers to it, and there's very little illumination. And what would a magic item be in the system? Probably like either like it could be like a heretical thing, so like something pretty bad, like an evil thing, or it could be like a good weapon or something cool. I mean, you could decide really. I'm pretty easy sections.
Yeah, if you want to, you can kind of specify a little bit what you want it to kind of be used for.
Yeah. You wake up in these red cages. You were in the same one, and you certainly feel, Novia, as if you've been kind of drugged, and so do you, Volkart. You feel like you've been drugged, and like I imagine, Volkart, you have some kind of connection to the powers which you have, and like the voices in your head and stuff. You can't hear the voices at this point.
I like it.
The voices are completely gone.
I'm just going, so what happened?
More memories. I really like these memories.
No.
Torturing.
No.
Behind bars.
Shut
I
up.
like it.
Say something nice. Say something sensible.
We're about to have a good fight, I think.
Yeah.
No, don't say that.
That's a good thing.
So
Really?
you you're in a bad state right now. You've been kind of drugged, you've been knocked out, and you're in these red cages. You look out and you see these other kind of prisoners, similarly like disarmed. You look down to find your like weapons and stuff. You don't have weapons. You don't have your equipment, and even you don't have your shield.
My shield.
There is no shield.
Oh God!
There is no spoon. So yeah, you my voice has stopped when I poke them with Q-tips. Good tip. Volkart should probably look that up. Do we have
I heard
Q-tips?
that corks kind of works too, to kind of put in the ear.
Oh.
Thanks so much to
Gleaming
Saxus, who donates £15. Suddenly a psychic phenomena happened, spilling forth an unknown item, of unknown intent even. Oh my lord, okay. Perfect. Thanks so much, Saxus, for being generous to my friend. Let me give you that gold, buddy. Let me give Saxus
Thank
some
you,
gold.
Zaxius. If we die, we're blaming you.
Yes,
Yes, we
I
will.
give you full responsibility, Saxus. Full credit, in fact.
Is this when we found out one of us got probed with something?
Oh no!
What's this?
No!
Oh, so Saxus has whispered me. Saxus has whispered me his memes. Excellent.
Tell me being nice.
his hot and spicy memes. Excellent. So
Not with that smiley, they're good.
yeah. So we could have a roll on this wild magic search. Is there actually? I think in the Dark Heresy book there might be a table for magic.
Yeah.
Phenomena. Move this up. Dark Heresy, psychic phenomena table.
It's there. I read it early today.
Yeah, I saw this earlier. Let's have a look. Let's find. Hopefully this is the right table. Or if it's actually have a link to the table, that would be good. Oh, this isn't the table. I'm gonna have to find a page reference for it. We could just have a peril of the warp. Could be quite good as well, actually.
No weapons.
Oh my god, these are so
Not
much
after
fun.
last
That's that idea.
Oh my god, perils of the warp are so good. Like psychic phenomena. There is a chance that it might actually indicate something far, far worse.
Yeah. La 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 la.
Alright, let's roll on this. Let's roll on this table, because I can't find the psychic phenomena one right at this point. So, can somebody who's feeling particularly brave roll me a D100, please.
Okay.
Yeah,
She
that's
said very bravely.
yeah, 15. That's good. Low
It's alright, it'll
flow.
be your turn next time, Skag.
Oh my god, these rolls so good. So 15 is perfect. So as you kind of like wake up and you look around, you see these cages, you see these other people like similarly kind of in these cages, looking very weak and stripped of most clothing and any weaponry. You see that there's a data slate on the floor. It's like pretty simple looking data slate, which you guys don't remember having. It's not like your data slate. I mean, you'll have like your own like names on it and stuff. It is on, but you haven't like inspected it at this point, and it falls out. And as this happens, there is a psi blast. There's an explosion of power, and you're thrown 1d10 meters into the air, falling to the ground. Let's roll 1d10. That's an 8. So you guys are thrown 8 meters up into the air, and you hit the cage top. Because the cage has like a top on it, so they'll say the cage top is like 8 meters up. So you come all the way up, you like hit it, sprang. The three of you like come up here, and then you fall back down. And apparently the damage for falling is on page 210, which I'll look up here.
Oh.
Right
Now
now.
that 2 meter window we jumped out through last session, that's 2 meters.
That was.
Can we just try and hang on to the top of the cage as we get there?
Well, it will say. Okay, roll me. I mean, don't know what that gets you really, but if you want to try and do that, you could roll me like
I
an
can
agility.
climb down safely afterwards.
Climb down the same thing. Sure. You roll me an agility test if you want, but it's not easy. It's going to be at a -10 because being thrown suddenly into the air isn't easy.
I'm feeling brave.
Okay. Well, let me find this page reference 210.
I'm no longer feeling brave.
Oh wow.
That's terrible.
Target agility 84. Oh wow, yeah. You hopelessly fail in your attempt to grab onto these iron bars up here, and you just fall all the way down to earth. And let's just roll some damage. I can't find a table. I'm looking at the wrong edition. So let's say that for let's just roll some hot and spicy memes.
Awesome.
Let's just roll. We'll just roll 3d6 here. So you take 15. You can take away your toughness and armor from that. It's a lot. Falling.
Could I try to land on Carrack through?
Sure.
I was going to suggest try to land on my feet at least.
But you can roll me agility checks, the two of you. Just have them standard, because you weren't trying to scramble onto the bars here. You were just trying to right yourselves.
The only thing I make is
The
that.
25. Hello. Hello.
Did we have minus on that?
Just straight up.
Just straight up.
76, unfortunately. So in this game, guys, you're trying to roll as low as possible if you guys are unfamiliar with the system here. So yeah, a 76 isn't good enough. Carrack Fall takes the 15. Volkart, fortunately, and you're just going to take the 1d6 here, Volkart, because you're landing pretty well. You just take the 6 damage, you land like spraining your ankles, and the vehicle like falls flat, as with Carrack Fall falls flat as well, and you kind of land on this data slate, which like begins to flicker on as you land next to it.
Is there anything that mitigates that damage, or?
Toughness, and I'll let your armor mitigate it as well.
I still got my armor. Okay.
Oh shit! No, you don't have your armor. Good point.
No, not a good
Damn
point.
it.
Bad
Just your
point.
toughness.
So how did I was there a calculation for the toughness, or?
Your toughness is what, 4? What's your toughness bonus? Let's have a look. So your toughness is 36. So your toughness bonus is 3. So you take away 3 from that total.
I mean, no.
Okay, we might have a problem then because
Flat.
I had 8 wounds before. That's 15 damage I'm taking, or 12 if we take off my toughness. So I'm out of wounds.
I'm out too.
Yeah, you're on 0. That's about it.
Yeah. So, Carrot like falls back into unconsciousness as he's like sent shooting back up into the air, comes back down with a sprang, and just passes out.
And Nevia smacks her head on him while on the way down and knocks out as well.
And Decker goes like, "Oh, my foot! Ow! 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 Ah!"
Your other foot. Damn it.
So Decker's the only one who stands up, right? The other
so
two is.
Volkart is the only man who's actually still standing at this point.
So I will try to make some medic help for the other ones.
Sure.
The other
Sure.
I'll give you like a plus 30 on this one because like you've got plenty of time. There's no real time pressure to do this.
And pretty good.
Nice. So yeah, you manage to like make sure they don't die. You bring them back up on 1 after some time. You guys are just about awoken. How does Volkart wake people up with his medicine?
Yeah, I think that he has like take a bit of rag and stop the bleeding and whatever, and maybe he makes a really nasty slap in the face. That's the way to do it. I've done it in many years, and now it's coming to you too.
It served me well before.
Yes,
Don't do that ever again.
ever again.
So as you guys come round, this data slate kind of flickers open, and we'll say Volkart, you've had time to kind of have a little look into what it really is, and it flickers on. You see the dash light up, kind of flicker through a bunch of stuff. A lot of it seems pretty useless. It seems like some like random like Quadians like data slate. You've no idea why it's here. And indeed, it seemed pretty weird that it just like suddenly came out from nowhere. Because when you woke up before it wasn't there, and then suddenly it was, and you were all sent flying up into the air. So clearly, this is pretty odd. As you read through it, could you quickly roll me a willpower check?
Oh, these damn checks.
And I'd give you a bonus, but I know Saxius wants some insanity going on here, so.
Oh yes.
Oh, nice, 22, very good. So, you feel this kind of like creeping, like insidious kind of influence on your mind. Like the voices start to come back a little bit as you're reading through it, but you manage to kind of like resist them through like either the drugs or just through willpower. And as you read through it, you come to one pertinent looking passage, and it's about the Harlock legacy is apparently what it is. Harlock was apparently a former ruler of the city of Zykarth. You have you read like a bunch of information about him, about his like what he did in his time and stuff. And then there's a lot of rumors in this document from different sources pertaining to the fact that he might have made a pact with a demon and turns to darkness here. Thanks, I've moved this. So there's a lot of kind of aspersions over his like character in like the later years of his like career as like governor. And then you look at another one, and it pertains to like the governing body of Zykarth, known as like the governors. There are links to like the Harlock case with this demon, and suggestions that there still might be some connection between Harlock, this demon, and the ruling body of today.
But the text kind of indicate that Harlock in a present state, so he's not around, but there is a room.
So Harlock was the previous ruler of Zykarth, and they haven't had one since. They've just been ruled by this kind of governing body. body. And by all accounts, Harlock basically kind of disappeared. And he had this this big kind of palace on Quaddis, which is apparently, as you kind of look it up, going from like basically wiki page to wiki page, you see that he's still got this like golden palace in Zykoff, because he's so rich, you know. He just has this ridiculously audacious golden palace somewhere within here. But obviously he's been dead for a very long time, and it's just kind of kept by it's just kept there for the sake of like remembering that he was such a great guy, basically.
Damn, this wiki page never makes sense. Links never updated. Hate this crap.
Someone like edits the wiki as you're like reading it.
And I edit the post. Don't edit while I'm reading this page.
So yeah, you're that's what you managed to pertain from just a quick glance at this here. So what are the rest of you guys doing as you kind of just wake up here?
I am nursing a very, very bad headache.
Yeah.
Partly from the smack on the head on the cage, partly from the drugs, and partly from being slapped by a certain companion of mine.
I'm imagining that Carrick Fool is just waking up like again, like, oh wow, yeah, just got hit again. just like felt Amy is standard.
But that was a new one. I had not experienced that one before.
That was a specialty, yeah. So as you're kind of waking up here and finding your selves in this wide circular kind of room, you realise that there's basically kind of a pit around you. Epimetheus proceeds to edit the wiki just to say nothing but sure. There's just a list of ERP shores all over. What the hell?
It keeps multiplying.
What the? Who is this Mitch guy? What the fuck? Why are they streaming this? So you tune into the Encounter Roleplay stream for a bit. Yeah.
Damn good show. Damn good show.
Fuck! I should watch this all the time. You find yourselves in this kind of pit almost, because there's sand on the floor. You realise now, and as you kind of look in the sand, there's been in it. There's bones in here, animal bones for the most part, and then you bring out like a pretty human-looking bone. It's too big to be anything else. And up from the kind of rafters, you see. Illuminated by these kind of very theatrical-looking kind of halogen lights behind the guy. You see the heron mask, still wearing his mask, and he just like has his hands on the bars of this upper kind of catwalk as he's looking down, and his voice is being broadcasted. Damn, I was hoping some insanity here. I think there might still be some sections, fear not. So his voice is being like broadcasted over this kind of like tinny kind of 50s like ham radio kind of broadcasting system, and it's like the shittest PA in the world. And it kind of like crackles and pops, and he says, madness. He says, you are all here for our entertainment. And as he says that, like, all the lights in the kind of circular room come on, and previously where like hooded figures had been sitting, like these masquerade figures, such as Volkart Decker. Welcome, Volkart Decker, to the adventure. You're a gentleman and a scholar, sir. Is that you, Skagger?
No, that's very scary.
Volkart, how many voices do you have right now in your head, telling you to follow?
Yeah. Maybe
Maybe
seven. I think seven.
7 voices. Ooh. 17 voices, the perfect amount.
Oh.
That was unexpected. So as you you see there's like these hooded figures, these masquerade balls. There's like thousands of people basically in this, like what you now realise to be a stadium now that it's lit up, and you're in all of these cages. Basically, you're in a kind of futuristic coliseum. I'm trying to think of like Arnie film from the 80s, which it is like. But it's a bit like. What's that? Sorry?
It's not Arnie, but Thunderdome.
Thunderdome. No, I wasn't thinking that one. But yes, also. So think Gladiator or kind of Hunger Games almost, I guess. And you yeah, these lights just kind of like chung 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 on, and you see you're surrounded by these thousands of people who have been sitting there basically in silence for the entire time, just watching you, or you've just been drugged so you can't hear properly. And as you come out, you like begin to stand up, like the lights in your eyes. Heron Mask says, "Running Man, fuck yes, Ken, you're the best." That's such a good film. Thanks to the AC/DC there, Marcus. You hear the Heron Mask say, "Now, if you will please all try and put up some kind of fight." And you hear like this like noise, and like this gate begins to like open, like a open up, and you look back. These cages, as your own cages like lift up like a and you notice that they're like attached like a chain above, and it's a bit like a waiter, like, "Aha, sir, would you like this dish?" But you are the dish, and you see these spindly creatures coming out, and they have these they begin at first like in a pack, there's about 20 of them or so. They begin to kind of like circle around the group of prisoners, or like now freed prisoners, I guess. Contestants might be a better word. And they just begin to kind of circle around you guys like a wolf pack would, sensing the weak individuals. And these spindly creatures have basically very little flesh on their bones. They appear to just be bone, and then like a very kind of little amount of kind of flesh and sinew and muscle over their bodies. You can basically see their entire muscle structure. It's almost like their skin, they don't have a skin, kind of. They're basically translucent. They have a very kind of one kind of layer of skin, very kind of translucent. You can see inside, like, to their organs, basically.
I'm no longer hungry.
No. And they have these like massive like maws which come down here. We will be calling them spindle maws because they're spindly and they have maws. So there. And that's the end of that argument. You find yourselves freed and essentially in a space coliseum. So what are you guys doing? You don't have your weapons. You don't see where they are, and you're being surrounded by these animals.
Okay, does it look like there's actually any escape from where we are, or is it completely walled off?
Yeah, I mean, there are high walls leading up into the crowd. The walls are like probably about 20 feet up, so like climbable, but they look to be pretty like slick. And there are also kind of spikes at the top of them, so it's kind of like barbed, so it would be difficult or painful to climb over them. There's the entrance where the spindle maws came from, which is this big kind of like cage which has been lifted up, which all you can see into is basically blackness at this point because you're too far away. And other than that, you don't have any clear ideas. And you can like make some rolls and stuff if you want to go looking for different exits and entrances. But immediately, that's what you see.
Yeah, I'll have a look to see which way would be the best form of escape.
We should roll initiative. So let's do that before anything else. So initiative is just an agility check. Was it D10 plus your agility? Doesn't really matter. Just roll an agility check. Fuck the rules, man. Fuck them.
Whatever works for you.
So, let's see, we've got a lower the better. I think it's a D10 plus your agility score, but it doesn't really matter. So a 93 from Carrick Falls, pretty bad. Well, Novia is going first. So in fact, Novia, what are you doing on your immediate turn here?
Okay. Are we completely surrounded by these spindle maws right now?
Yeah, they are starting to surround you. I mean, there's like probably one kind of side to you which isn't yet surrounded.
But are we the only prisoners being in the cult?
Oh no.
Yeah,
they are surrounding the group of you. As you look, there's probably it's just D10 yet. fuck 'em. We've done it now. You see there's probably like 10 other prisoners here, similarly disarmed like you guys. So Novia, what are you doing here? Oh, Rachel may have frozen and died. Oh, there you are.
Yep, sorry. Internet
Okay.
keeps going.
Oh, she's dying. No. Let's go with Volkar's turn until Rachel comes back. All right, you're back. You're back, Rachel.
Sorry.
You're back, but we can't hear you.
Oh.
We're very, very quiet.
Yeah.
Okay. Skag, if you go.
I will try to find something to fight with. Is there sticks or
Sure.
anything?
So you can pick like a rock. There's a few sticks on the floor. There's also like bones you can use as improvised weapons.
This feels like culling or DC or something.
Uh-huh.
So I will use Karaktul as my human shield
Nice.
without him really knowing it. So I will kind of sneak and
Okay.
stand behind him and kind of use his body as my shield and throw sticks and stones at the...
Okay. It doesn't appear to have too much effect at this point. They're not like... They're doing the thing that wolves do, is they're sensing out the weakest before they kind of launch their attack, I guess. So you have like a turn before they're moving in for the kill. Novia, what are you doing?
Okay, how close are they actually to us, these spindle maws?
They are 32.7 feet away from you.
Very precise, thank you.
Now they're 32.5.
Oh, okay then.
0.3.
I will quickly pick up a load of sand and chuck it at them to try and distract them while I try and run
They
away.
are 30 feet away. So like throwing sand probably isn't gonna... You can't throw sand 30 feet.
Yeah, I could. Probably just wouldn't do much good. Okay,
Oh.
okay, I'll
You're
look
over
around
there.
to try and find like a bone, regardless of human or otherwise, that might be good to use as a club.
Sure, yeah. Sure, you can
And
pick
I'll-
up, pick up a...
Yeah, I'll pick up one that
Lovely
looks
bone.
like a
Lovely
leg
club.
bone or something.
Yeah, pretty good bone.
And I'll just prepare myself for when they come towards us.
Okay. Carrick Fool, what are you doing as they pick up weapons and kind of hide behind you, essentially?
Can I use command to try to improve the situation here to sort of get a formation going with the rest of the prisoners?
With the kind of prisoners, yeah, that works for me. Yeah, you can run me a command. I'll give you like I'll give you a plus 30 on that one because you're an officer and they need some leadership in this situation. Yeah, it's a D10 plus your bonus, yeah.
Oh, that's right on.
Oh, right on. Right
Holy
on.
jazz.
Right on. So yeah,
Right
what do you say to these guys?
Diamond formation! Isn't that what he says in Gladiator?
Testudo. So yeah.
No, but I'm sort of trying to rein in, men. Rein in.
Cool.
Stay close.
So yeah, they the group of like worried-looking men kind of like and women as well begin to like form into like picking up rocks and sticks and stuff, and you form into basically like like a diamond formation. Let's draw a terrible map.
If there's any time left for me to pick up any bone or whatever as well, that
Yeah, you can pick up you can grab like a rocks and
biggest
sticks.
femur I can find.
Yeah. So let me draw an awful map for you guys, because we don't need
Bob Ross moment.
Yeah, let's go Bob Ross on this. Just gonna have some happy little accidents here. So let's see. We'll have you guys. I don't think we have tokens for you, do we? No, we don't.
No.
You guys like here, right? Yeah.
Yes.
The Spindlemores are like here. Yeah. Like
Okay.
here, like beginning to encircle you. There's an exit, which they came from, which is here, up top there. And then you're surrounded by the kind of walls and stuff, like so. Here,
Isn't technology a wonderful thing?
I think this is brilliant. So that is the map right now.
Well done.
Thank you. I try. I'm a very artistic soul. So, Yeah, there we have it. That takes it to their turn, I guess. So let me find the terrible things I need to purge you heretics with. You terrible heretics. As they begin to kind of move in for the kill, and let's have an attack against one of each of you, because it's the only fun way to do it, I find. So I'm gonna give them some D100s. So the first one's going to be against Novia. 55 was not a hit, as this thing like snaps its jaws towards you. Volkart, a 63 is not a hit either, as it kind of leaps up at you. You manage to like hold it back down with your club of bone. And Karak Fall, I mean the guy's a tank. He's just, there's probably someone else like jumps in the way, like, sorry Captain, like so suddenly jumping in the way. The look out sir rule. So yeah, he just like jumps into your the pathless thing, and is like devoured by the spindle maw. He's like snaps his jaw and starts ripping his limbs off. Yeah, pretty bad stuff. So Novia, what are you doing here? You are now like completely surrounded by these creatures.
Okay, I'm just grimacing at the moment at the fact that there's eaten one of our compatriots. Okay. How? Oh, I'll turn into pirates now.
That's later on.
That's later on. Is it just sort of like, are there several in a row before we can get to the outside of them, or is there like just
There's a
one
pack of them.
line?
There are 20 of them. They haven't like perfectly surrounded you in a circle.
Okay. Despite the fact that I'm a weakling, I'm going to try and charge my way through.
Sure. So Edelman, you can only put into the dungeon how much gold you have. You can check your gold with exclamation point gold. I don't think you have 9,000 gold, because I haven't seen you around here before. But you get you get 100 free gold. Oh my lord, just for following. So if you haven't followed, hit that follow button and join us. We're pretty cool. We play Dark Heresy every week. We purge heretics.
Volkart Decker has 100 gold.
He does. Volkart Decker has 100 gold. Do you? In before everyone starts following, like, oh no, Viatora has just followed. Thanks, Navia.
Don't encourage me.
She's been looking it up on the wiki as well. So what are you doing over here? What's the?
Yeah, I'm going to charge I'm going to try and charge my way through, armed with my bone club. I know, Wimbion, I know, but I haven't got much of a choice.
What did I just say? Stay close, raining. Okay, look at the woman go.
She was throwing sand at someone 30 feet a minute ago. I mean, she's not a reliable soldier.
Fine.
I mean, you're not helping yourself spatial awareness-wise here, Rachel.
I can't see it. I've got a terrible headache. I mean, come on.
Oh.
Okay then, Wimbion, what would you suggest?
No, I'm just saying.
No? Are you sure?
It's up to you. Live in the moment.
Yeah, look where it's got me so far. Okay, what do you need me to roll to charge?
To charge is like an attack action. You get a plus 10% for charging. Roll me an attack weapon skill at a plus 10%. So yeah, you get 100 gold for following. You can do exclamation point roll to win gold. You can also do exclamation point dungeon. What's up, Joe Mirrorblade? 5 gold in a party. That's how to do it. You can for a party.
I don't know how to do the unarmed attack.
Roll a weapon skill. That's the same skill. It's the damage, it's just different.
Ah, okay.
So yeah. Oh, try that again. Good God. Good. My purse gets fuller and fuller by the minute. Yeah, Sue, you're pretty rich over there. Sue's doing pretty well.
Don't tempt me to show off, I will.
Mine shrinks.
Modifier?
Plus 10 because you're charging.
Lovely.
Alright, she gets an 8, target 36.
Nice.
So the damage is going to be a 1d4 plus your toughness bonus.
Plus
Just
my
an
toughness
improvised
bonus.
weapon here.
And you told me not to charge. Look at that, an 8. I mean, come on.
And see all the damages first. There you go. 7 damage.
Ow.
See? What did I tell you, Karen?
Look at my
See?
power.
And now you're away from the pack. I wonder who's going to eat them next.
Who's going to die first? So, you, just go ahead and describe, Navia, how you hit this thing with your bone here.
Okay.
How you
Okay.
bone it.
Yeah, absolutely. I would ignore the wise words of my compatriots.
But how about the touchpad's little remark in the chat?
No, I am not Richard. I am not
Hi,
Richard.
Richard.
I am not Richard.
I thought you were talking about the data slave for a minute in the game. I was like, on the
No,
touchpad, yeah.
I am not Richard. Yeah, she'll just arm herself. She'll completely blank out every sound around her. She'll completely focus on the entrance from where the Moors came from, and she'll charge her way through, battering as she goes.
Nice. So, let me find this nice and this bad boy over here. So, that was 3, got no armor, so that was 4. And it is not dead. Huzzah!
Oh.
So you like hit it with the bone and it like hits back. It like hisses through this like jaggedy like teeth. You know how like shark have like different rows of teeth? It has like 3 different rows of teeth. All kind of like just this horrible mess of like barbed teeth essentially. It's going good, touchpad. It's going good. We're in a space coliseum. They're fighting to their death right now, and we're having a good time. So
Will's having a good time.
I'm having a good time. We're getting the medal pie. TPK. There's been some insanity rolls. There's probably going to be some more. And it's all going good. Once again, guys, if you're new and you're enjoying the show, then hit that follow button and join us when we hit 3,300 followers. You guys get to decide anything which happens in our game. You can throw some crazy nonsense at the party. TPK in 3, 2, 1. Yes, thankfully Rachel is Rachel for the duration of this game. Unless she becomes Richard via donation. It could happen.
No.
Got to be on our toes. Got to be on our toes.
Don't want to encourage this now, do we?
Don't want to encourage. I mean, I quite liked you as Richard, so kind of missing Richard, honestly.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not good enough anymore.
Yeah. Volkart actually wrote you down as Volkart.
What cupboard isn't?
Volkart. So what's up, Starry Night? How are you? Good morning. What are you doing, Volkart, on your turn? How hard is your Volk right now?
It's kind of in a mess between a couple of voices, but it's getting there.
Kind of semi, kind of half-mast.
Yeah.
All right.
Half walked.
West half-volked. Oh man, who would do such a thing as chaining someone into someone else? What kind of horrible man could do that, Touchbell? What's this fun at TPK? It's coming soon, Star and I. It's going soon. They're all
It's about to happen.
disarmed. They've got bones.
We got grievously injured before the cage opened up.
Yep. There was a psi blast. They fell 8 meters through the air.
Thanks to whoever it was that threw that in.
Thanks to Saxius
No
for that.
names mentioned.
This is the beautiful combat map which we have right now. The black point being the players.
Try to use like a spear out of bone or something.
Spear off the bone.
Yeah. And try to do a piercing blow to one of the
I could
fighters.
just see you going, hang on, grabbing a bone, whittling it down so it's nice and pointy.
You did go on Ray Mears on this shit. Whittle it down. Or Bear
Take my
Grylls.
time doing so.
Yeah. Glad to hear it, Story. Glad to hear it. Yep, they're boned. So roll me that attack roll, weapon skill. I give you a plus 10% because I enjoy the fact you're attempting to bone it.
Not deboned yet. Nope.
Not enough, unfortunately. So you kind of like you hit it, but it doesn't really do anything. Like the bone snaps, and you have to pick up like a rock or something to do any damage.
Yeah.
Okay, Karak, it's your turn. You're being kind of protected by these human shields as they're like, ah! Look out, sir! getting attacked by these different creatures.
Do I have any one of them within grasping distance that have been down?
Sure.
Then I will pick that up, that person, that former person up,
He used to be a
and wield it like a flame. It, he, she.
All right, whip it back and forth.
So like.
That's me trying to.
Remind me not to get on your bad side.
I think it's reasonable enough not to believe in these guys at this point. I mean, they have they've fallen to the oldest trick in the book. So roll me like a weapon skill attack here, and I'll give you a plus 10% for wielding a body.
Oh.
Oh damn, I'm lucky again. Roll the 20, target 41. Alright, I'll give you a D6.
So this is a two-hander weapon, right?
yeah.
The
So-
two-legged weapon.
So
Depends which end you're on.
It's two-leg weapon.
rather than a D4 otherwise, I give you a D6. So roll a D6 plus your strength bonus to the attack here, and we'll see what we can do. Let's swindle more.
Oh, what's my strength bonus?
It's okay, we can take them.
Of course we can!
Where do I see the damage bonus, the strength bonus?
So whatever your strength is the first number. It's always the tens from your strength. So your strength is
yeah.
35. So yeah, plus 3. The 1d6 plus 3. Break a leg. All right then. So 7 damage again. It isn't enough to end this creature entirely. But you do give it a good spanking with your body. So that takes it to their turn. This is the beast cages. Look how professional this is. Oh my god! Wow. Look at this combat
So
map. How does he do it?
Fantastic.
he must like do this all the time. So it's okay because I need to start Heresy. There's only 2 of them. Famous last words. It doesn't say human poison. You guys will be fine. So you're each going to take an attack as more of the refugees, not refugees, like the prisoners, get attacked. 74 against Novia, 91 against Volkart, and against you, it's a 1. Oh.
Oh no!
That is the best attack possible.
Oh.
So, unlimited power. So unfortunately, it's the tank which is taking this because he's already pretty low.
And he's not much of a tank without a shield and armor.
Yeah, true. So you take a 1d10 plus 3. You take 4. You rolled a 1 again, so you take 4. You're doing okay. You're doing okay.
Do I go down to 0 then?
Is rolling a 1 a crit in this game? I forget. I keep switching back from Too Many Systems from Warhammer, and I'm thinking the crits are if you roll a 10.
I'm not sure because that's damage, isn't it? What, not a
Yeah,
roll
I
to hit.
thought the crit was when you rolled a 10 and you re-roll a 10. I forget. These weapons are humorous.
So, do I go down to 0 or do I go down to -3?
So you have your toughness is what, 3?
Yeah.
I think that you have to roll on the critical table.
Yeah. So we do
No.
the old
238,
Yeah.
page 238.
238. Is it?
Yeah. It's in critical effect.
Thank you, Squire. So what is the table I'm looking at now? Is it a D10, a D100?
I could look at
I'm looking at
258.
okay. Critical effects. That's energy critical effects. Explosive. No. Impact. No.
There is one impact.
Rending. Here we go.
Rending. Yeah.
I can. Okay, so you go down to -1 from this, right? So you've got 1 extra damage. Yeah. I thought so. That's just cool. So the slashing attack tears free whatever the target was carrying. He drops anything he was holding in that hand.
No, the body I was wielding.
The body you're wielding just like drops out of your hand as your wrist is like torn up by these teeth, these jagged teeth, just all across you, and you just drop the body as you're reeling back in pain here. It is Novia's turn. and there's probably like 5 of these guys still fighting because they're like completely untrained for the most part. And every time one of them dies, there's this huge like from the crowd. Everyone is very, very happy when someone dies, or even when one of the creatures dies. Just general death is good.
No, general death isn't good at all. Have I seen that Carrick Thule has gone down?
He hasn't gone down. He's just gone down to 0 hit points. And
Did you say -1 just? Oh, sorry.
yeah, so you go onto a -1, and then because you've taken 1 extra damage, what happens is that your wrist goes down. So it's not like D&D where you instantly go down. And then you're knocked out. A lot of the effects will knock you out or kill you, but seeing as you haven't taken too much damage at this point, you're not dead. So, like, for instance, if you take more damage, then like your arm could slice off or your torso could be cut in twain, stuff like that. So it's a bad idea from this point to take any more damage. So you can still fight, but yeah. So Novia, you see him like in a lot of agony.
Yeah, I've just charged straight in and not got hurt at all, and I've seen the tank of the team actually get seriously injured, so I'm heading back to try and protect him. Okay. And I will whack the Moor over the head that attacked him.
Okay.
Bad Moor.
Give it a bam. Give the old 1-2. Give the old.
No.
Alright then. Let's see what that roll
Any
is.
mods?
Def is great. I'll give you like a +20 because you're coming at it from behind.
Yes.
But you will also receive some attacks against you because you're turning your back.
15.
You can lose your foot via robot wedge, right? That's the worst, man. 15's a hit. So roll that damage once again. See if you can end this this creature here. Thanks for the revolver flattery tweet, my friend. Thank you, thank you.
1d4 +3 coming up. That was perfectly timed. Very impressive. So Novia, how do you crush this spindle maw underneath your bone? Okay, I will grab the femur that I have got in my hand at this moment, and I will jab the blunt end right through his head, through his maw, just crush his skull. If he had a skull, crush his head.
Yeah, I had like a skull. So yeah, his head just like crumples in and brains go everywhere. And the teeth like fly out everywhere as well.
Yes.
Volkart.
Yes.
You're looking like you're in a bad situation. You're being surrounded by several of them at this point as your kind of meat shields are dying.
No.
No.
How is character when I'm looking back at him?
He looks in a lot of pain. He's dropped the weapon he was holding. He's bleeding from his arm. Novia appears to have kind of rescued him from the immediate one, but she's going to take some attacks from ones which look like they're going to pounce on her. Also, you feel from the data slate which is in your hand. Yeah, you had a skull. More than like the usual kind of energy coming from it, because you can usually sense like there's just like circuitry in this thing or whatever. But you sense there's something interesting about the data slate, which appears to want to be kind of in your hands, essentially, I guess.
So the Wikipedia is kind of talking to me now.
The wiki is talking to you.
So the idea for Decker is to flip it up and look at it while he is advancing back to Karakthul and helping Novia out.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as you read this, can you roll me a willpower check, please?
Damn it.
And you're at a minus 10% from this one because you are drugged. The wiki is back.
Oh no.
Wiki power 86, target 30. Can you roll me? Can you roll me D5? 1d5.
1d5.
Yes, please.
Let's
If you
see.
would be so kind.
1d5, 6, 1. There we go. The highest there is. That's good.
That's always good when it comes to insanity. So,
Yeah,
Volkart, my poor insane friend, you gain 5 insanity points.
Oh. I think you already had 5 to start with.
Unfortunately he didn't, or perhaps fortunately. What's up, people? That's us again, dude. So let's go and look at insanity. I have a feeling at every 3 was it, or every 5 you get an insanity.
I think it's 3.
Yeah, let's let's look up these rules. These are always fun. Let's have a...
What could possibly go wrong?
I don't know. Too many things is the problem. Too many things. Fatigue, no, that's not what I want. If there was a page reference, I'm just searching here. Madness and damnation. That's always good. Madness, damnation, I say. You, sir, are fucked. So, insanity and corruption points. They begin at 0 and they increase over time. Should these scores ever reach 100? Oh god, you're fucked. Okay.
Yeah, let's not go that far. Not yet.
Oh, very bad things is a good title. Alright, let's see. Degrees of madness. Alright, let's do some rolling. Let's do some rolling.
Are you sure?
In fact, you don't have a disorder until you reach 40 insanity points. So at this point, you're actually okay. So you, however, are going to be pretty afraid of the wiki.
Not the wiki! Not the wiki!
Not the wiki, no! So, Volkart is pretty afraid of the wiki. As he's like reading through all this like information, is like going into his mind as these like things are like starting to attack you as well and your friends around you. But as it does so, you hear the wiki, like the voices in the back of your head, like whispering voices in the back of your head, and the creatures, the spinnermores, begin to like look up at you, and they look up. You know when animals are like drugged, or when they've been like, well, yeah, when they've been drugged, essentially the animals are kind of just like they look at you really dopily, as if they're like you're like their best friend. Basically, a bunch of them in a nearby area just like look up at you, and they're like tilting their heads towards you, like looking towards the Data Slate wiki, and they don't appear to want to attack you. They seem to be kind of docile at this point.
Oh, so Decker goes like, Wiki repels you to eat each other. Go, eat.
They don't appear to want to eat one.
Your master, do as I say, eat each other.
They're not those kind of spindlemores. What's up, Random Naomi? The best battle mage has returned. We need a battle mage in here, Naomi.
Yep.
Which I promise you. So, yeah, that happens on Volkart's turn. Karak. What is the Karak man doing?
I want to kick at the thing that bit my arm.
Ooh. Good idea. Give me, give me a strength. Just a straight up strength roll to kick this thing down into the dirt and ruin its life, its existence. A 100. That is the worst.
So first
possible
I won
roll.
against me. And now
So yeah, it crit you, and then you crit failed against. Wow. That's some RNG right there. That's some luck. So you basically thanks Epimetheus is being an absolute star and I kept all these rules to me whilst I'm busy doing stuff. So you do not manage to crush the Spindlemore, unfortunately. You do have manage to
under the chin.
You do have manage to like stick your foot into a skull of one of your dead companions, and now like your boot is like within this man's brain. It's not particularly pleasant, and like the people around you kind of recoil in horror. Oh my god, what has he done? That was my brother. So That is Karak Fulsen. It turns to you guys, and now you're going to be taking 2 attacks because they are opening up. However, Volkart, you're not taking one at all because you managed to subdue them around you. But Nyx Novia takes a 63 and a 15, so 15 is a hit. And unfortunately for you, you take 5.
I'm out again.
All right. So, what is your current HP?
I've got 1 wound because I healed myself.
And what's your toughness?
Toughness. Scroll. 34.
Okay, so your toughness bonuses are 3. So you minus that by 4. So you're at -1, and we need the same table again. So it's going to go up to 2, 3, 8. In fact, let's put it in a different part of the body. So it's not your arm. I'm going to say you get like clawed over your chest, your kind of torso area, as this creature tears into you with its teeth. And let's see what happens on a critical effect here for your poor crippled body. You suffer 1 level of fatigue from a painful laceration. And if you were wearing armor, you'd thank the Emperor that there would be no effect. Unfortunately, no, so what's up, XP? Unfortunately for you, you have 1 level of fatigue. We're going to click on the fatigue rules. Yeah, that would be handy actually. Thanks, dude. My little rules monkey over there, very helpful. 1, I called a TPK. 2, I promised Richard had survived. Well, what if Richard is about to die, Touchpad? I mean, it's looking rough for Richard right now. Just saying.
But it looks really good for Volkart.
It's looking good for Volkart. He's got 100 gold, he followed in Cannon Roleplay, he's up on the wiki, he's having a good time.
Yep.
Oh man, it's all going well. So that is against Rachel. He said Richard then.
No. Rachel.
Full, you take no hits, thankfully, because they could have ended your existence. And you managed to fend them off. So, Novia, it's looking pretty desperate here.
It is, isn't it? I mean... Okay, yeah, I'm touching the wounds in my chest, trying to stop the bleeding. And... I'm going to pray to the Emperor that I can actually defeat these things, and I'm just going to
You get a plus 10% every time you pray to the Emperor, just so you know.
Ooh, didn't know that. Okay, we'll do that.
It's a home rule of mine.
Excellent. Yeah. I'll pray.
I need to hear your prayer first, though.
Please. Oh. I'm gonna whack the nearest war around the head with a.
There's no plus 10% unless you pray to the Emperor.
Emperor, please save me! Please save me, please.
Much better. So donate so we can afford some proper maps and art skills. Yeah. And donate for Bob Ross.
That's fantastic.
I don't know what you're talking about.
That's awesome. Ooh.
Alright, what did you roll here then, Rachel? They're a physical piss artist.
It's like harsh.
Pray to Richard, Richard will save you. Only Richard can save you now. So you're gonna get plus 10% on this.
Yeah.
53, target was a 36, should have been a 40. Yeah, no, 36. Oh god, your weapon score is so low.
Yeah.
So yeah, unfortunately for you, there is a swing and a miss here.
I am not in the...
Indeed. So, Volkart, you've got these 5 creatures, and you realise that the wiki somehow has the ability to stop the creatures from murdering you.
Oh, just me, I hope. I mean,
Bad.
that for everyone.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I believe you.
So Decker is kind of testing out how wide the area is, and then tries to save the rest of the group too, with coming in and standing in the midst of them and
Nice.
showing the Wiki's power.
Okay.
So watch all the more start praying to the wiki.
So you want to... Sorry, I was doing this. So you want to kind of tap into the power of the wiki again to affect these creatures?
Yeah, and stand in with the other in the
Okay.
party.
You can roll me a willpower test, again at minus 10%.
Yeah, that's no problem. I can do it.
You got this, man. You got this. Let's have some insanity.
No.
No, insanity, what are we talking about? We don't need any insanity.
It's high, right?
It's really high. So this time, can you roll me a d10, please?
God damn it.
And let's see how this goes for Volkart. So 4. So you're up on 9, right? Alright.
9. Yep.
9. So when you reach 10, bad things start happening. But luckily, on a
under the radar.
9, you just walk in the line here. So the voices come back. What
generous.
Oh god, let me give you that. Thank you so much to Saxius. Knows £5 psychic phenomena happens. Thank you so much, Saxius. And the Bob Ross is in the way there for a second. Thanks so much, my friend. Let's give Saxius that wonderful gold. And as ever, guys, you can donate to affect our game and give these players wild magic surges, psychic phenomena, and all sorts of terrible things. So I have the page reference for psychic phenomena now. Let's see. It is on page. You told me a moment ago, and now I've lost it. God damn it! I'm the worst.
I got the page. I know everything now.
Not as familiar with this version as we are with D&D.
It's the second time I've played Dark Heresy. So, let's have a look. Psychic powers. Using psychic powers. Excellent. The best kind of powers are psychic powers, right? So let's have a look here. I'll stop now, he says. Some reason I don't believe Saxius. Alright, psychic phenomena. Can you roll me a D100, please? Saxius, who do you want it to go towards as well? Let us know who you want the psychic phenomena to go towards. I'm guessing it might be Volkart.
No.
After he's holding the wiki.
Like that. No. You sure? No.
No.
I got it. Don't worry, Mucus, I got it now. I'm actually a professional Dark Heresy player, so I know all of the pages off the top of my head.
You just act like you don't know what you're doing, and you do it so well.
Yeah, thanks, man. Skaggy, can you roll me a D100? There we go. Two Skaggy.
Yes, God.
Alright then.
D100, you say?
D100, Squire.
What could possibly go wrong with this one?
Stop saying that!
I'm going to 32. Distorted reflections. Mirrors and other reflected surfaces within 5d10 meters distort or shatter. Wow, okay, can you roll me 5d10, Scave?
5d10s. Well, 5d...
Right then, 32. Within 32 meters, all of the mirrors shatter. We're not going to say mirrors because there aren't too many mirrors around here. But what does happen is the cages, the metal from the cages, which have been like lifted up, they're like chandeliers at this point. They just like shatter completely as you like touch the wiki, and you're like, oh god, like Volkart's like tapping into your device, like hearing all the voices, and then suddenly like it begins to like warp up above this like weird like distorted kind of effects, like a heat haze almost up above, and then suddenly there's just like a moment of silence, and then as all of the glass shatters. Can you all roll me agility checks to dive out of the way of this falling falling
really?
shards of metal?
Oh.
Loses mind, gets best, total player, go, GG.
But I was so close. I mean, it should matter somewhat.
It's a thing, happens in Dark Heresy all the time. People insist on playing Psychics because they're so fun.
Yeah. What could possibly go wrong?
Stop saying that!
Stop it. As he's like touching them, what could possibly go wrong? Up above. So, Volkart rolled a 32, which is not a success. Carrick Thrall rolled a 92, which is not a success. Novia rolled a 51, which is not a success. So, as these shards of metal just start falling down around you, both you, the other prisoners, and the Spindlemores are like completely impaled upon this metal, you will take 3 damage, no armor involved here. So, no toughness points involved. So it just pierces through like your skin basically. So you just take 3.
So some fashionable new piercings.
Yes, indeed.
Did you say toughness did not count?
Toughness is just going straight for it. I mean, this is just like an area of effect, loads of shards, just to show the amount of shards kind of falling onto you. Worth it. Famous last word should be the name of the session. I'll make it note.
Excuse me, Will. I'm on -1. What do I do?
Right, so you die horribly. Then let's go
Hey!
find a table again for you. So you're going to need another table, I'm sure, dearie. As is.
Character creating table.
Oh, page 1, character creation.
Yes.
Alright.
It's happening rather quick.
It is. So,
Session?
just gonna go into your body. Oh my good lord. The blow opens up a long wound in the target's torso, causing her to double over in terrible pain. You're stunned for 1 round and you are suffering from blood loss. How good time works, sorry.
Oh,
It's alright, the sand on the floor will mop up the blood, it's fine.
I mean, that's what it's there for. Carrick, fool, you're up. You're at the same one, right? You're at the same.
I dropped it to -4 now.
You're at minus. Okay.
that's somebody's mobile phone.
Alright, we're going to say this goes into your leg. The attack rips the kneecap free from the target's leg and he collapses to the ground. The target is knocked prone and suffers 1d10 agility damage. His movement values are halved, rounding up, until he receives medical attention. We get some angel thumbs here for Carrick Fool. So we just see this like chunk of metal just come down and just slice off your kneecap, and it just goes like flying off, like your kneecap just flies off as you just look down and you're like as your like kneecap, like your entire kneecap is just fucking
And topple over.
Yeah.
I feel good now.
Indeed. And King of the Crab says, hello, heretics and heathens. What game is everyone playing? We're playing Dark Heresy tonight, my friend. Playing some Dark Heresy. If you guys are new and you're enjoying the show, we've just ripped off the kneecap of one PC. So if you're enjoying the show, hit that follow button and join us tonight. We're here 5 nights a week, 9 shows a week. Plenty of Heresy going on. That's
I
pretty
used to be a soldier, and then I took some splinter to my knee, and it chopped off.
Pretty much. Hey Travis, what's up, baby? So yeah, your kneecap just sliced off. You take. Can you roll me 1d10, and you're going to minus your agility score because I mean your kneecap is coming off. Your movement scores. Your movement rolls are halved.
Not the 90. That's too much.
So 6. So your agility is now. It was previously 33. It's now 27. So make a note somewhere because it can be healed back once you receive medical attention. Because of course we are in the 40,000 universe.
There was something about movement too, right?
Yeah, your movement scores are going to be halved when you're trying to roll, basically. So yeah, until you receive medical attention and rounding up. So yeah.
Did you get that pun when you're trying to roll?
So you, you used to be. I love it when you mutilate PCs. Well, me too, mate. Me too. It's my trademark thing, you know. It's my kink. Don't kink shame me. So you just look down as these creatures are like destroyed by the shards of metal, and the people in the crowd are like, you know, because like there's thousands of people in the crowd watching, and the cages of this exploded everywhere, and so they are running everywhere. There's pandemonium in the crowd. The creatures and Spindlemores, those that aren't under your control, Volkart, are just dead. The ones, some of them are still in your control and are just like staring up at you. They still have like shards in them, but they don't appear to be dead. So some of them are just like staring directly at like your data slate and the wiki and at you. But other than that, I mean, you guys see Carrick Full take a horrible injury.
Decker kind of. I might have accessed the wiki a little bit premature there. Nay, about your leg there.
All you can see the fire just clutching her chest in pain, just go on the floor. It's like, don't ever use Wiki again. You are banned.
Yeah, Wiki. Sounds good. And
Puts the wiki in his pocket.
yeah, he puts it back into the to the jacket, being all forgotten about what he said.
Yeah.
Yep. And he goes for medicating instead. I'm guessing it's a little bit of a shambles right now.
Yeah, you can roll me a medicine check. I'll give you a plus 10%. Lots of blood and violence seems like a normal Tuesday night. Pretty much, my friend.
Yeah.
What's that weird thing having a lower part of your body? A leg. So actually, just hopefully the wiki will come back. Will be used again. Or, you know, wild magic phenomena. The wiki comes back and destroys everyone. Well, you give me a...
Yeah.
44. So you're trying to heal Carrick Fool here as you just like band-aid up his kneecap, which is like, I imagine you're like screaming in agony at this one, Carrick Fool, because like your fucking kneecap is gone, dude. But luckily, Volkar just like rips the bandage off, kind of tears it, and you can like just about like hobble at this point. You can't run without like excruciating pain, but you can hobble towards the exit here. So Novia, what are you doing here?
Okay, we're gonna swap positions, and I'm actually gonna be protecting. I'm actually gonna protect Carrick Fool instead of him protecting me. So I'm gonna try and fend off any Moors that are near him.
Okay. So you guys notice that they appear to be following Volkart, but they don't appear to be attacking him. They appear to be pretty docile as you're like hobbling off in like all the pandemonium and chaos.
Still
Just... Hey?
Are they still attacking us though?
They don't appear to be attacking anyone.
Not at all.
Nope, they seem to be following you. They're following Volkart very closely.
Okay. Yeah, I'll try and make sure they don't attack Carrick Fool then. Just keep him a distance, but yeah.
Okay.
And not call me Richard.
Are you trying to get out of here quickly? Or are you just slowly going? Alright,
No,
agility. It's gonna be agility rolls then. So I mean, I honestly you're going quickly.
I'm not going quickly anywhere. I can't move quickly.
You can roll me agility check. Although
come on.
your roll is going to be halved.
I haven't got a good roll all session.
I mean, you have been like completely beaten up, so it's fairly reasonable that you might not succeed in this. So yeah. Other than Volkart, you're just like, are you like sprinting off, and these creatures are just like following you at this point? It's like following you along. Are you staying with the group?
My minions! Come, my minions!
Minions.
Come, my pretties. So yeah, you just see Volkart just flying off basically, faster than you can run because you're so injured, and you know, still reeling from the blood loss and the lack of kneecap. It's very hard to walk. But Volkart, you come to the kind of exit. Let me show you guys the awesome map. You come to you know, this part here where they came from, and you can see down into this like long dark tunnel. You don't see too much further down it, but it's where these things came from.
Yeah, the idea is to kind of see if there is any possibility to open the gate, data center or anything that kind of controls it.
You want to look for like a control panel? Roll me like a perception check or something. Like I'll give you plus like 20 for this because you're well ahead of the group.
Yeah, there's Novia Tora trying to hold up a Carrick Fool who's bleeding. They're both bleeding. It's like,
oh, nailed it! Yeah, so you find this, basically, you find a control panel. It's like a little bit tucked way within this tunnel, but as you kind of come down it, you kind of look off to the side, and you see this control panel here, like all sorts of different buttons and levers and stuff. It looks like it probably controls the like the gangplanks and the catwalks up above, as well as the gate here and the cages as well previously. Although there's a big red, like, flashing red on the cage controls because they've been exploded. So, what do you want to do with the controls here?
We'll try to maneuver it so it will open the gates, make it so that we can go through. I guess the gates are down.
Yeah, the gates are down, yeah. Oh,
So
no,
the-
well, I guess the gates which you've come through, like, opened up, so you can see down into the darkness beyond. So you can see into it.
So Decker will go into and have heard a little bit about what Carathul, his commandings and everything. So he will try to do the tactical, and peek through corners and be all this sneaky peeky guy.
Sneaky
he's
peeky
here.
guy. Perfect. So yeah, you get all sneaky peeky on this.
I see Kronk in front of me. No, never mind.
Grog.
Dun, 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 dun.
The lever. Hello, this is Princess. What's up, Odeon? Good to be having a princess in chat.
You're
Yeah, that's my wife that shouted, "I'm a princess!"
Oh. That's so good. Oh. As you, yeah, you're going around these tunnels. You don't immediately spot anyone, and you can like lead them down into the tunnels.
Yeah, I will be the one who kind of guides everyone as I have the least of injuries.
Right, yeah, you're at least injured. But a huge thank you goes to Simon Cowie, who pledged $1 on a Patreon. Thank you so much, Simon. Let's give Simon a Patreon fist pump. Thank you, my friend. That's awesome. Seems good, man. Let's get some ERP shores to Simon. So, I can't spell thanks. There we go.
Thanks.
So, you know what that means. Seeing as we have 50 patrons,
Ooh.
you guys get to decide what happens in this wonderful, terrible game. So,
Richard is going to cover somewhere.
underneath, don't give him ideas, underneath this line in chat, you guys can throw out some ideas as to what happens to these guys, what they encounter in these tunnels. Go ahead.
Be kind. Be nice.
Yeah, good things.
Good
Medic
things.
aid,
Happy
weapons.
Happy thoughts.
I think we need terrible, terrible wiki death. So, throw out some ideas, chaps and chappets, and we'll see what we can make happen. Also, if you haven't retweeted, then you can retweet to make another viewer decision happen. And of course, when we get some more followers, we have 3,300, you guys will have another decision as well. So if you haven't followed for whatever reason, hit that follow button, join us, and get on board the Heresy train, basically. So, Richard's character becomes insane, demanding to be called Richard. Skaggy, do you mind having the straw bowl whilst I'm messing around with?
Yeah, okay.
Sure. Thanks, buddy. So,
Handle it, so.
release the hounds, Cybermastiffs. I thought you might have something to say about Cybermastiffs. So,
I'll touchpad. Rachel is reborn as Richard the Servitor. Thanks, mate.
Richard the Second. Richard the Lionheart. So, so as you're going through these tunnels, you don't see anything immediately. But as you're coming in, you down these creepy tunnels. Let's get a creepy music back. Let's get some creepiness. You're going through these kind of like sewers and stuff, and you hear like the pandemonium begin to like fade in the distance from the Colosseum. You see bunches of people kind of running, masquerade people, probably those who are like viewers, guests here. They're just like running, trying to get away from like the chaos. Some of them have got like like shards in them from like the metal and stuff like that, and they're just like running out to exits and stuff. But you don't see any immediate exit. It's like a spiral kind of maze of tunnels here. You probably end up walking for like about, hobbling, as the case may be, for like around about an hour, and you become pretty thoroughly lost in these mazes. You're not sure. There doesn't seem to be any sense to the tunnels. If this used to be like an old metro, like it's the worst laid out metro you can possibly kind of imagine, because there doesn't seem to be any kind of reason or rhyme to the layout. But you do come to a room, and something kind of catches your eye from the room, because you hear these kind of medical sounds coming from it. You know, like a hospital kind of like the beep beep beep, and the sound of like a life support machine, and like sound of technology coming from this door. And it's like a sealed door, and you can like see in. You can like wipe away some dust, and as you look in, you just gonna peek over, and you see this figure, and he's like strapped into all of some machinery, like all his wires like stuck into his arms and stuff, and he's got like this big like hole in his chest where he's clearly been like shot with probably like a shotgun, or he's just been somehow he's been like exploded, because his chest cavity is like huge and gaping. You can see his like internal organs. He's just like laid out on this against the wall with all these wires running into him, clearly barely keeping this guy alive. Can you guys roll me, and I'll give you like a plus 30 on this. Can you just roll me a quick let me look here. It's gonna be common. It's gonna be law common. Inquisition. So I don't know if that's actually a thing, but just roll fucking intelligence plus 30 basically.
Yep.
Too many skills. Let's see. He loses both legs. Guy picks up one and worships it. It's a god. Yeah,
Just let me succeed on one roll tonight, please.
Well, you're at a plus 30, so you've got no reason not to. Oh wow. 81's a fail, 68's a fail, 74's a fail. At plus 30 you guys can't succeed. Oh man, that's funny. So yeah, you're not sure exactly what this cutest guy is, but you see all this kind of like different like heraldry over him. He's basically wearing like a power suit, so he's clearly either very rich, or he's like a very high-ranking soldier or officer of some kind, and he's got this kind of flop of dark hair, which is like his forehead like sweating, and there's blood all over him, just coming down over his eyes, his head's here, but he's clearly still alive within this room.
So I will create a poll now, and I will paste it.
Okay,
and we can't really guess who it is, even though we kind of do.
I mean, you don't know that basically the role is for, can you spot out like specific heraldry as to be like, you are from X group of people, you are from X group of people. So no, you can't work it out. So let's see what we've got. We've got an expelled arbiter joins their band. Release the hounds, a pack of cybermassives get released into the fight. Are they friends or foe? Rachel is reborn as Richard the Servitor. Absolutely nothing happens. Everything is exactly the same as it was a second ago. Wow. Rachel character becomes insane, demanding to be called Richard. Windbjorn loses both legs and Skagath picks up one and worships it as his god. Get in your votes, guys. Let's see what the most popular...
That's a sanitary.
You like that one?
Yeah, let's...
I want to keep my legs, thank you very much.
He loses both. How can you just lose your legs?
Oops, it came off.
It's just a little...
It's unsanitary to worship his leg. Dead leg.
Just walking along and suddenly your leg just drop off.
You're like a Lego man. Your legs just like pop off. Oh my god.
Yeah, it should be the leg that he lost now, so I kind of picked it up.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah. If that goes through.
Okay.
That's true. It's like my precious leg.
So, yeah, are you walking into this kind of medical bay?
Yeah, I have a couple of points, at least 1 point in medical, so that should maybe help the group.
Okay. So yeah, you come in here. You find medipacks. So a group of you in here immediately find like a bunch of like medical equipment that you can just like stab into yourselves, inject, like wrap up and stuff like that. Wrap up anything and kind of begin to like heal yourselves.
Are there any replacement kneecaps around?
No replacement kneecaps. No. There's like a pacemaker. But the surgery required is probably a bit beyond you.
Well, the guy on the table, you said he had a cavity in his chest. But
Right, yeah. So looking at this guy, it doesn't take a medical man to know that he's gonna die. There's no way this man can like possibly survive the wound. He is mortal. But as you kind of enter the room and start like patching yourselves up, he looks up at you, and through this kind of raspy voice, he looks up and says, "Who are you? Are you here to finish it?"
Finish what?
Me.
No, we are escapees of the tournament. We didn't really won. I got this little wiki that is kind of not really my strong suit. What?
Why would we want to finish you off?
He says, he gestures down to his like stomach cavity. They've done worse.
What? Do you want to die?
He shakes his head. Not before my mission is complete, no.
What's your mission?
He isn't forthcoming. He says, it's of utmost secrecy.
You know that you are not gonna survive here. You know that, right? We might be able to help you on your quest.
Who are you?
We're members of the Empire.
Yeah, well, aren't we all?
Yes. Well,
Praise be
we're
his name.
also sent here on a mission.
By who?
We have secrets
Well.
of our own.
Well,
You know the code. We
You-
cannot tell you.
you know the code. Whoever falls behind, left behind. What's up, Dakota? I haven't seen you in a while, dude. How's life? How's work? Hope it's not getting you down too much. Oh wow, it looks like the straw poll is reaching its zenith. Yeah, the guy says, he just sighs and he's like, "My name is Inquisitor Xanthus, the Ordo Hereticus."
Now that sounds familiar.
Hmm.
So, bit kind of out of character moment. Like, Inquisitors are like the most powerful people in the sector. They can do pretty much anything. They are to be terrified of, essentially. This man can just, at a click of a finger, destroy a planet. He can like burn down your family. He doesn't need a reason to. He can just decide to do it if he thinks that they're a heretic. Of course, you work for the Inquisition, but you're not Inquisitors yourselves. You are just acolytes, basically, and you haven't even met your Inquisitor. So seeing an Inquisitor and one in such a state is also a shock to most, because there's rumors that they can't even die because they're so ridiculously holy. Because they're also like religious figures as well. If any of you are particularly like devout, you would see him as like a kind of like a priest, like a warrior priest, I guess. He's doing the good work. So yeah, he says, "My name is Inquisitor Xanthus of the Ordo Hereticus, and I've been sent here to investigate the Beast House. Who are you? Please be frank, I don't have long left."
We are acolytes under Inquisitor Caracallus. Caracallus?
Yeah.
Caracallus.
Caracallus.
He like spits. Clearly not a fan of Caracallus. And he says, "Alright, what are you doing here?"
But
Probably the same as you.
Well, they captured me and tried to torture everything they could out of me. I didn't give them anything, no. And that's why. And he looks down to like the hole in his chest. So, what is it exactly that you're investigating? Because you might have some leads that I didn't get, and I might have some leads which you haven't yet.
We got very little information before we stranded here. Only that there might be cult activity here.
So, as far as I know, the beast houses, slavers, blood trackers, smugglers, killers, worse. Their talons are sunk into the carcass of the whole sector, but their pawns are here, not the masters. He said, as for the heron masked man, he's a liar. Do not trust him. The warp shines in his black soul. Did this to me, for sport, for pleasure, and to use me as bait for someone else, something else. Before he driven me mad, I should fear him. Don't underestimate him.
When Vicky was kind enough to me, I read that the Harlan might be sending something back. The soul might be still there and doing not pretty good things here.
Yeah, he says, yes, there was some strangeness revolving around the Harlock legacy, but I never managed to get a lead into that. My suggestion, if you're going to look into it, would be go to follow blood leads about the Heron Masked Man, and there's also the Jackal Masked Man. His name is Volper, Marcus Volper. He's one of the slaver chiefs. I followed him here, hoping to find his customers. Beasts. Beasts for a great entertainment, blood for a carnival. Death is my sentence on him. Purge the unclean.
By the Emperor's name, we will kill them.
He nods grimly. Good.
Do you have any personal equipment stashed somewhere?
He says, the badge of office. And he kind of like motions down to his, you see this like rosary badge basically on him, this kind of seal, and the eye, which is also the eye on the screen of the overlay, the kind of eye, kind of Inquisitor badge, on him. And he says, this is the mark of my office. If you need to have some authority, swing some authority with the locals, then this will be of help.
We were under orders not to expose ourselves as acolytes.
He nods, and he says, that's how Carcalis usually works, I guess. But know that there are several ways of going about these things. You must be new. There is the subtle way, and there is the efficient, quick way.
I like quick ways.
I prefer the latter, but you will need some evidence before you can present this to the local authorities. If you don't have anything, then they won't do anything, but if you have some evidence, then that will go a long way to arresting Volper and the Heron Masked Man, whose name I do not know.
Do you have any leads or proof yourself?
He shakes his head. Nothing concrete other than the evidence here. And my word. My dying declaration. And he says, does any of you have a camcorder? Like a tape recorder, basically. You all would have them. If you had your equipment on you.
Yeah, exactly.
But luckily, the data slate has one on it.
I have one.
It does require touching the data slate again, though.
But not the wiki pages.
True.
Not the wiki page.
But you have to get off the wiki pages before you can get onto the app.
True. So Becker's intent is to log off wiki because he knows that the wiki pages are really bad.
He goes
I'm
to the
not expecting
homepage.
you to hand it over to someone else now. It's like, I've had enough of this here. You go crazy for us.
Okay. So if you want to do it, I'll give you like a plus 20 because you're not like flicking through wiki pages and stuff. You're just looking at the data slate. Yes. Let's get this.
What could possibly go wrong with this turn?
All right, guys. If you haven't voted,
saying that!
vote in the straw poll. Make it happen. We're got some very close ones here still. All right, so 45 target 60, so you succeed in just like quickly flicking off from the wiki pages, and you get onto your like your voice activated recorder, you switch it on, and he says, he basically says, "My name is Inquisitor Garcalis," and he goes through basically what he's told you, and his dying declaration that Marcus Volper and also the Heron Masked Man are to be purged as heretics, and it comes with his official seal, and then he says like a magenta clearing, and then he says like a code word, which you guys are unfamiliar with in a different language, which clearly means something, and some kind of like trigger word for something. And then he nods and says, "Do you have any questions? I'm sure you have some."
When you become this Inquisitor, do you get, like, to choose your own bathroom? I've always kind of wondered that.
I slap Volkart.
And while he's slapped, I'll look around for something to ease the pain of the Inquisitor.
Cool. Yeah, you can,
There's supplies around, surely.
you can find his like stim pack.
Yeah,
Stab into
I'll stab him with the stim pack.
Yeah. Didn't mean that to be so sexual, really. So you like
Family fun.
Hooray!
let's get some ERP gasm. No worries, Saxus. I know you're just you're very well familiar with the rules. What's up, Beth? So yeah, you like he says thank you. Any pertinent questions?
Who should we deliver this information to if we get off here?
He says, Carcalis usually has agents on the inner city. Does he have anyone that you can be in touch with?
Yes.
Then I'd send it to him. Try and get in touch
All
with
right.
Carcalis. He may be a bastard, but he knows what needs to be done.
Yes, sir.
And he looks kind of at your equipment. You're going to need to requisition some new armaments. Especially
Yes,
if
sir.
you're looking into these lot. They're far better armed than I first thought. So we're going to need some heavy armaments. And then
We'll find it.
yeah, he nods and says, "Well, if there's nothing else, then you should be on your way."
Is there
Do you want
anything
us
else?
to leave you like this?
He says, "It's best that you burn the place.
With you inside?
If they find my body, things could be bad."
Decker is kind of nodding a little bit too much. Yes.
Volkart, step outside for a moment and check to see if anybody's following, and don't come back in for a while.
Yes. And he skippers away,
Yes.
picking up a couple of containers on the way. Oh, that'll do.
Start rummaging around the room for any flammable chemicals.
Oh
or...
yeah, I mean, you're like in a medical lab, so there's plenty of stuff which could go up here fairly easily if you just light a flame to it. You find a lighter as well to do it all with.
Make sure to drape the Inquisitor in cloth so that he burns quickly.
Yeah, that's nice. That's real nice of you.
Yeah. I'm gonna talk to the Inquisitor. Are you sure we can't get you out of here alive?
He says, "There's no way I'm getting out of here."
By the Emperor, I hope you die quickly.
He like smiles thinly. Go
Yeah,
with the
cheers.
Emperor's will. Purge the heretic.
She just nods and walks out.
Cool. So I guess it's left to
I'll
So-
torch the stuff.
characters kind of,
All yours, man.
and it all goes up, and you kind of seal the blast door behind you, and you can look through the thing as like everything just like begins to go up in flames. What are we being heretical about? Most things, really. Mostly the wiki page.
Wiki, the almighty heretic.
Yeah, you gotta watch out. Yeah, you guys find yourselves back in these kind of these mazes, unable to know exactly where you are. So is anyone kind of leading the way, I guess?
But
Volkai, you
Decker
do
is
know-
coming, sprinting off, kind of sweaty, and really, okay, we need to run now. Just sprinting in another direction.
So,
Just
And
a
I'll-
question.
yeah.
The stim packs and the stuff that we used, do we
Yes,
get any?
you can go back up to full after this. You still got your critical injuries, though. So
Yeah.
any critical problems that you have are still there. You need to like see a proper physician and get some surgery for that. Well, am I skipping the straw poll? Oh no, I'm not, my friend. We are not. So, let's try and think of a way which this could possibly happen, where you end up losing both of your legs. So.
Oh wait, is that what won? I haven't been.
Yeah, so the winner of the straw poll, Windbjorn loses both legs. Skageth picks one up and worships it as his god, with 44% of the votes. So,
At this moment, I am like helping Carrickthal along. At this moment, for what it's worth.
I guess it was injured by some shard that we haven't noticed until now.
Let's say you, as you're setting light to the room, like you don't realize you've actually spilt some like chemical fluid on your legs, right? So as this happens, you know your legs just kind of go up and like searing, horrible agony, pain as you stumble out of the room, shut the door behind you as your legs are on fire and quickly just begin to kind of melt down into pools. I mean, this chemical hydrant is just absolutely tearing up your legs at this point.
Carrack, no!
For that, bro!
As your legs just begin to kind of slough off and kind of melt off from you in horrible searing agony. You pass out from the pain as he just falls out of the room down onto the floor. But Skageth, Volkart realizes that leg, which is now slightly charred, is perfect. It is the Emperor's. It is the Emperor's leg.
Can't let the good leg go to waste.
It would be a
mean,
shame.
It
Yeah.
was seared off by holy flame that was, in essence, part of an inquisitor. So
Very true. Does look the burning feels good, man.
makes perfect sense.
It bet.
But Decker kind of knows that the picking up the leg will be kind of a little bit weird, so he turns around when nobody's looking and putting it inside his rucksack. Yeah.
I'm gonna make you roll a willpower test for that one, because that certainly sounds pretty insane to me. I step away for a second. What the fuck is going on? Our good friend here is going completely insane.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Not anymore. He's not. Not anymore. He's not. So Matt,
Well, Liverpool's knee joints are like they're cauterized, so they're not bleeding.
true. He is.
that's
He's gone
Wait,
full like.
right side.
He's gone full Anakin on this shit. So, or as Mitch
The
would say,
volcano nearby and everything, yeah?
yeah, or as Mitch would say, he's gone Jean Grey on that bitch. I don't see 31 retweets, Seth. Where are 31 retweets? I redone the tweet. We're live playing Dark Heresy, 14 retweets. So I see. Unless I put the tweet in wrong, which is entirely possible. But yeah. Crying over here. So yeah, his legs just fall off. You need intense medical attention. Otherwise, he's just gonna die because you can't just lose both your legs and survive that kind of nonsense. So.
Fire's next to him is like, come on, Carrick, we can get you through this. We will get you through this.
I'm off dreaming again about my glorious battles.
Surrounded by ranged people, fine.
Volkart,
Okay.
you
I'm
just,
gonna drag Carrick full behind me.
Well, I'm just half the man I used to be, so it'll be easier to drag around.
So you're like dragging his body. It's like torso.
Yeah.
Like dragging his torso through the sewers. Volkart's like stolen his leg. He's like, doesn't do this anymore.
Exactly like that.
Follow the holy calibers, follow the shoe.
How did he lose his legs? He kind of burnt them off, and also because viewer decision. Sacrifice to chat, yes.
See me.
The unholy monster that is chat. So
It's a mighty good leg, though.
yeah, praise
It's nice
be.
and roasted.
It's a keeper. It's a keeper.
Praise be the emperor. So you come out of this tunnel. You soon find like a ladder leading upwards. How are you trying to get his body up there?
Do we got spare clothes or something that we can just like lash him to the back of one of us while the other one of us climbs up the ladder?
Sure.
Well, couldn't Decker imagine him being a little bit muscular side? Couldn't Karak be on the back and kind of holding him?
Sure, he's unconscious at this point, so you could like try and tie him to you.
Yeah, tie him on the back.
That would work. That would be a strength check. From my
We'll
review, I'll
be
give you
happy by all this.
I give you a plus 20 for the straps which you have kind of helping you out there.
Plus what?
Plus 20.
That I needed.
Indeed.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks, Andrea World, for the retweet. Because of viewer decisions, exactly. So yeah, you managed to do it, Volkart. Just you like start like climbing up like a huge titanic effort with him on your back, and as you pop out of pop out of the tunnel, just like his legs popped off. You you find yourselves in what looks like a courtroom. You've basically kind of popped up in the back of a courtroom. There's like a legal debate going on right now, and there's one guy who's saying, "I put it to you, sir, that this man is not a heretic," and the other man said, "I put it to you, sir, that he is," and then they're like. And then the judge like slams down his hammer, "Purge the heretic," and they send off the man to be hanged. So he's already hung. So yeah, Windbjorn does way much less now, which is very true. So you just pop up like from this tunnel. You're not really sure where the tunnel is here, but it leads back to a courtroom, and yeah, people start looking at you.
And where in the courtroom?
You're at the back, so you know how they have like higher tiered seating for like a gallery. You're basically in like a gallery kind of place where you kind of popped up. Probably like you probably came through the walls of this place at some point in the tunnel. So
We'll just try and edge out of the room, going, no, don't worry, nothing to see here. It's fine. It's okay. Just backing off. It's fine. It's okay.
there's imperial efficiency, killing him before he even speaks. Ooh, don't let these heretics speak around here. Disgusting. So, yeah, what are you guys doing, I guess? Because, like, he's dying, he needs medical attention, or he's just gonna die.
That's a possibility.
Is there a doctor in the house?
Are you, like, shouting out to the crowd, I guess?
Suppose so.
Alright, roll me, like, a fellowship check. You get plus 10% for the shouting. So you just kind of shout out, "Is there a doctor anywhere? Is there a doctor? Help! Help! This man needs a doctor! This
Fellowship.
man needs legs!"
Plus 10.
Yeah, plus 10. Let's see what we can get here.
Yeah,
So, 38th. Thank God. No, sorry, 24. It is better. So, yeah, you shout out. Been defeated.
There is a doctor somewhere.
There is an emperor. You shout, is there a doctor? And this odd-looking kind of man kind of like steps out. He looks a little bit kind of zany, and he says, "I'm a doctor." What's? Oh, he has no legs. And then he's like, "Quick,
What's wrong? He's got no legs. Help him.
quick, we must get to the lab." And then like he stabs you with like an EpiPen basically, and then he's like, "Quick, carry him!" And he starts like running off towards his lab supposedly.
Mm-hmm. And the Decker kind of whispers to Karakthul's ear, I got it. I'm helping you.
You got this, man. You totally got this. Perfect. You start following this guy off to his lab. Party of three, one pulling another who's no legs, and the third one walking with a leg in his hand and worshipping it, walks into a courtroom yelling, "Nothing to see here!"
Another day.
Pretty much all these guys are attempting right now.
They need.
So, you follow him to this lab, and as you come in, he introduces himself as Dr. Zane Marlowe, because he is quite zany, and he leads you into this kind of like big kind of lab. It looks a bit like who's the doctor from Borderlands that I'm thinking of?
Zed?
Yeah, Dr. Zed's kind of workshop. In that there's a lot of saws lying around. There's a lot of mechanical stuff lying around here as well. It looks a bit.
If there's any inflation, he doesn't need it. The leg's are gone.
Yeah, it looks a bit kind of robotic around here. And he says, well, it looks like he's never going to walk again with his current stumps.
Well, can't you help him make a little bit of leg or something?
Is that his leg there?
No. Could it be make like a robotic...
Sticking up the wrong stack. No.
The foot's just like coming out.
Decker kind of feels a little bit shame there. No, different leg.
It's like, is that a leg in your pocket, or are you just pleased to see me?
Yeah. Every time you walk, it like kind of like comes up a bit like down there. Oh man, ooh, headphones. So yeah, he's like, so the surgery is going to cost if you want this man to live, and not freelance.
Who do you work for?
Myself.
Oh. And how much is the procedure?
What's up, Click? He says, oh, for both legs, if you want him to have cybernetic legs, it's gonna cost at least 2,000 credits.
Yeah.
Show him the Inquisitor badge.
Yeah. So we can put it up on the tab and then showing up the back.
He says, not for such a procedure as this. If he needed like a tooth removed, then perhaps so, but both legs, this is going to take me all night.
Yeah,
You
I
didn't
know.
even book an appointment.
So we are here now. We're here now and put it up on the Inquisitor's tab.
He says, I don't have an what do you mean Inquisitor's tab? There is no such thing.
Well, there is now.
He shakes his head. I beg to differ, there is not.
For any time it is good time, I will use one of my fate points to intimidate that guy.
Nice. Nice.
There is a Inquisitor tab, I say.
As you do this, like the leg flops out of your eye. Stuff it back in, quick.
And that's not his leg!
Then whose leg are you carrying around?
It's not his leg. It's not his leg. There's an Inquisitor tab. So you can spend that fate point now. How do you book an appointment for leg reattachment? It's a simple dial-up call touchpad. You just say, I'm going for the old leg reattachment procedure today. He's
I'm
cool.
bleeding out. Yes, I am.
Yes, I am. So, you let's bring you back onto the screen. You intimidate the guy. Dr. Zane says, fine, I'll do it, but it's going to take all night, you know. It's not going to be easy.
No.
That's
And
fine.
he kind of picked up the tablet. Well, you better start now. The time is clicking, turning, going.
Don't say kicking. Come on, it's too soon.
Oh man. Good day, Glitchy. How are you, my friend? Hope you're feeling well.
Can Nevia possibly try and steal the leg from Volkart before he realizes it's disappeared? Try and get it reattached instead.
Oh, it's begun. They're fighting over
Oh,
my...
the PvP, folks. The PvP. The fight for Carrickfield's leg begins.
Yes!
The only leg there is.
Cue the music. Okay then, so you want to roll me are you like trying to just nick it off him? Are you trying to sleight of hand steal it? Are you trying to just persuade him to give it to you?
Maybe he thinks he left it accidentally somewhere instead.
It's in my freaking suit. I'm going to nick it
I'm
off.
really good at this. I mean, I've got to try. You're carrying around
Like a tube of socks inside.
You're carrying around a leg.
Yeah, I know, and it's perfectly fine.
So
The most safe thing ever.
if you want to attempt to try and steal it from him, I mean
Yes.
he's pretty protective about it. It's gonna be like a -30 because it's a leg, B in like basically inside his body, and
Yes.
C he's very protective of it. I mean some parts might be inside the body. The epic adventure of Windbjorn's leg, coming to cinemas near you.
What do you want me to roll?
It's gonna be a sleight of hand, -30.
Sleight of hand. Where is sleight of hand? Oh, good, not trained. Oh.
Alright
on.
then. So what's your roll?
What is she going to...
First,
Yeah, -30.
just one roll. Just one roll tonight, please.
You had one.
So,
Target minus 20.
so it was literally impossible for you to do it. Alright then, you didn't even need to roll, you just failed. So,
Let's go, so just steal the leg,
saves a lot of time. So you try and like nick the leg out from Volkart's shirt, but Volkart, you see this coming. You turn it away. You fight her off.
You never want to do that again. And he's kind of really mad, really angry.
Wow. Sorry, Carrick, I tried.
It's not his leg, I keep saying. It's my leg.
Best roll.
What you got to?
Mine.
Why the third one?
What?
No comment.
Well,
I like my third leg.
This is
Well,
really
Like that! Really like that?
Oh my lord. So,
classic Richard.
classic Richard, right? Richard every time, man. So you you don't manage to steal the leg, but the operation begins to kind of take place here, and it's taking all day and all night as he kind of soars into you guys. So not into you guys, just into
Yeah,
Carrick.
that sounded horrible.
Just into all of you. And he's like,
Take
"Guess-
one leg of you, one leg of you.
No,
That's
take-
it,
that's
legs.
fine.
I
You
have
all-
just 2 legs. Thank you.
you all
You're
get a leg
being
cut
now,
off.
you're the one.
You'll get a leg cut off, and then you take that leg and you pass it to the person on your left. You receive the person on the left. He starts fitting these like cybernetic legs to Carrot, but it's taking a long time. So what are you doing over the course of like the night, I suppose? Yeah, it's late as you come out, but this guy's working till.
I'll be staring at Volkart thinking, well, you got his leg, you got his leg, you got his leg. You got his leg. Why have you got his leg?
Literally all night long.
Yeah. So basically, you're spending all night thinking about his third leg. That's
Yeah.
Thanks, Ron. Thanks very much.
So, okay, what's Volkart doing?
A Volkart is kind of snuggling up in the corner and keeping a
His
close,
bad leg.
close eye on his extra leg.
Wow. Just fondling the leg. My precious.
Yes. My only true friend. And kind of taking a little bit of a rope and kind of makes a little knot so it kind of stays in place. Yes. Keep itself right
Can
there.
I try and nick it from him while he's sleeping?
I don't think he's sleeping by the sounds of it.
He will do eventually. He will. He will.
I'm going to say at the minus 21 target like you had before, it's just not possible. We can rebuild him with the technology. We can make him faster. So the night passes by, but Skageth, Volkart begins to hear voices.
Oh, like every day, yeah.
Yeah, like every day, but the drugs kind of wear off and you start hearing the voices again. And you hear a voice like just on the corner of your mind, which is like, look on the data slate.
No.
Look on the wiki.
Damn it.
Damn it! You can roll me a willpower to resist this if you don't want to do it though.
Yeah, I have a pretty good score, so I should be able to do it.
Alright,
Is there any modifier?
I'll give you a plus 10%.
Oh.
Used to
I like to open that wiki page again, I guess.
I think that would be a good idea at this point. 70 target 50. It was a 50-50. So you're like, okay, I should open a wiki. So you like go into your pocket, open up the wiki. You start looking at it. You roll me a d5. What's up, Irving? How's it
Oh,
going,
okay.
friend?
Looking at the wiki with your leg. Fine.
3. All right then. So
Passes the
3.
10.
Yep, past the 10 mark. So he's trying to character gains 10 sanity points. He must make a trauma test. It's a willpower test, modified in difficulty by how many insanity points the character has accrued. If a test is passed, the character manages a coping experience without the effect. If it's failed, he rolls a d100, adding 10 for every degree of failure, comparing results to this table here.
So I do a willpower with the minus 12 of the insanity I got.
Yes.
That sounded like that was the plan.
Okay, do that.
I think that's the way to.
Let's just
Oh,
read
crap!
that
No.
again. No, first of all, roll me just a willpower test. Modify. And I need to look at the table to tell you what the modifier is. Sorry. Sorry.
Well, I should use the one that I rolled. I guess that's the first one. So 86.
Okay.
Be right about it.
Yeah. I forgot what page this walk for now. So here we go. Maybe. I'm terrible with page references. So, does anyone have the page reference flag again? FB, because I know you gave it to me at some point before. Oh, he's probably looking at the rolls now for me. So, as you touch this, I'll describe what the wiki page is, first of all.
What's it about?
Yeah, so the wiki page is actually pretty useful to you.
Mm-hmm.
It describes the leg of the emperor.
Ooh, the leg.
Yeah, it describes his holy leg, which it tells you within this tome, like final confirmation, that it is indeed absolutely the best thing. It's one of the most holy artifacts that you could possibly encounter, and
Drooling?
It has incredible amounts of power to it and holy power. Yeah, I've got the page reference now, thanks chaps. So yeah, it's just this awesome item, which you're absolutely amazed that you, out of all the millions of people in the universe, have the Emperor's leg. ridiculous. You have no trauma modifier because you're... Oh, sorry, no, you have a plus 10% trauma modifier. Can you first just roll me a willpower check?
As doing this, kind of looking over at Novia, not really making the sound that loud, but still a small whisper. Told you. Mm. Roll with the... What do you want me to roll?
Just a willpower test, so a D100.
Okay.
Against your willpower, yeah. See if you get a disorder.
Maybe.
So you do. So that's 2 degrees of failure. On a willpower check. Roll 1d100 and add 20 to that for me.
Roll on the...
Does Patreon currency adjust, or is it something I need to change? I think it just takes it in dollars. I'm not entirely sure. I think it just does it in dollars because it's an American website. Sorry, dude. Yeah, I think it will convert it for you when it takes it from your account. So if you have like euros or pounds or dollars, then it will convert it to however many dollars that is. You made today say 100 times better than what I had hoped for. I'm really amazed. Well, you're very generous with your donations, Sexus. 83 for that. Oh boyo. The character is constantly fearful, seeing danger everywhere, and is extremely jumpy. The character gains a plus 10% bonus on all perception-based checks, and is at a minus 10% penalty to all willpower checks for the next D5 days.
Well, so I have a question. He thinks he has the empire, the emperor's leg. Does that mean he thinks I'm the emperor now?
It's possible. I'll leave that up to Volkar.
No, that logic ain't really the same, though.
It's different.
Yes,
because
that's
it's my
logic.
leg. So
for 3 days.
So for 3 days, you've got a minus 10% to your willpower check, and you've got a permanent plus 10% to your perception check. But of course, you're going to have to roleplay the fact that you're very fearful, and probably the fear stems from the fact that someone could steal the leg of the emperor. And,
yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah, and people already have attempted to steal this, which is
devious bastards.
very, very worrying to you indeed. Very worrying indeed. But what is great is that Kyle Blackburn, Glitchy, has pledged $10 on Patreon. Thank you so much, Glitchy. You, sir, are a gentleman and a scholar. Let's give Glitchy a Patreon fist bump. Thanks so much, my friend. That's awesome work. Thanks so much for all the support, buddy. Let's get some ERP shores for Glitchy there. Thank you, dude. So, sure. So yeah, you realise that as you're coveting this item, is just very, very likely that the enemies of the Emperor are likely to steal the leg, and anyone that does try it's probably an enemy of the Emperor. So you gotta keep an eye on it. You gotta keep an eye on those guys. So,
what did I do?
You tried to steal the leg of a dead man from another man who stole it.
Yeah,
Emperor's leg.
Belonged to.
So the next morning after this happens, the sun rises in this lab outside and kind of shines its light down upon the lab, and we see a Carrack Fool who now has cybernetic legs installed in his, where previously his stumps were, and yeah, he's looking very metal indeed. He's actually got a few extra piercings which have been put in for some reason. He's not really sure. They might serve some purpose, but yeah, these legs are just kind of attached to you, and as you kind of wake up and you feel really groggy. You've never had your legs chopped off before. This is a new kind of being knocked out. You feel like from your legs as they begin to move around and stuff. And you can actually pivot your body on the spot, and your legs can stay in the same point. It's pretty creepy. Your head stays in the same place, but your body's all moving. It's really odd.
Isn't it?
And Dr. Zane is standing there, and he says, "Well, I must thank Innuendo for following. Welcome, Innuendo, to the adventure. You, sir, are a gentleman and a scholar, sir. How do you do it? Thanks so much for following. If you guys haven't followed yet, hit that follow button and join us." So yeah, he says, he looks like he's been up all night, he's like super tired, he's just been like injecting caffeine, like, and he's like, well, it should be done. Can you move them?
I move them.
Yeah, you can like move them around. You can like try and like stand. It's really weird balance. You're gonna take some time getting used to towards.
Did he give me like proper man legs, or did I get like tiny chicken legs?
They are like chicken legs, yeah.
Yeah, I figured that. So giant torso, tiny legs.
Pretty much. You're like this huge figure, and you've got this like stick spin.
Small sticks.
From now on, I will be wearing robes.
It's not a bad idea.
Sticks.
But by the way, you could totally go down into like the tech priest like class at this point. That'd be super cool to get like more cybernetics. So yeah, you start like feeling the balance, feeling the weight. It's all very odd, and so basically it's a carrot. Yeah, he says, well, you seem to be right. This was a long night. Wow. Ooh. That was tough. Hopefully they don't fall off. They might do.
You did this?
Yes.
Thank you. I extend my hand in gratitude to the man.
Yeah, he takes it. He says, well, I understand you're with the Inquisition, so your friends didn't really give me a choice.
I sort of give us look at my companions like, okay, I'm guessing that they told him. So.
And Decker goes with a big smile. You can thank me later. It's okay. Now we are off.
What's that sticking up out of your?
Not your leg. Not your concern.
Not your leg. What's that sticking up? Not your leg. No. Not that. Definitely, if you're thinking it was your leg, it's not. So, that's hilarious.
Do you think that's not your leg?
So,
It's not the leg you're looking for.
So Zane says, well, I suppose I should get on to my next appointments for the day. Oh, I need some sleep. Well, if you need me again, then I guess I'll be around, but...
Inject some more caffeine, you'll be fine.
Try not to get your legs blown off again, please. Any of you.
I will sacrifice them again for the Emperor if needed.
And Decker kind of for the Emperor.
Yes, right. He leans into Novia. He's been touching that leg he has in his jacket all night, you know.
I've been watching him. I've got every intention of taking it away from him as soon as I can.
Okay. So his folks might start talking, that's all.
It's okay. I can always bring it back to you for experiments if you like later.
He like shakes his head. I'm not interested in human anatomy, in dissecting legs, no. Making cybernetic legs, definitely. If you find any cybernetics, then send them my way, but...
Oh, of course.
So yeah, whereabouts are you guys headed next? As the kind of dawn rises and you find yourselves back up to some amount of health, and with some information. So where are you? What's the
Does
plan?
this mean I move away the critical injury?
Yes, you're no longer crippled. Yeah.
So does my agility go back to what it was, or?
Yes, it does. Yeah.
Oh, that's a good point. What about the giant gash that I got in my chest?
You haven't sought that to be fixed at this point, have you?
No. We'd be more worried about the fact that one of our companions was going to die if we didn't replace his legs at some point.
So yeah, as far as you're aware, like you still got this gash still on you. Like you're not dying from it, but you still have that. So
I'll be fine. I'll be fine.
Well, Decker might check it up.
He wants to check out the chest.
Let me have a look here. Okay, so you check out the chest. It's got like a scar tissue starting to form.
Well, I don't know what that is, but it's not good. And then it goes off.
Nailed it.
Bring back that leg.
So team, what is the plan here?
Well, we need to contact the agent.
The Grim.
Okay.
The Grim. So dramatic. Agent Grim.
How are you going to go about contacting Agent Grim?
We had a phone number to him.
Yeah, you have his phone
You
number.
have his phone number.
His beeper.
Here's 40k for you. No, we're not meant to contact him at a certain time of the day, but I can't remember what that certain time of the day is.
During the day. Or was it
Contact-
during the
Was
night?
during the night.
I thought I made that abundantly clear before.
Yes, it did.
Did I make
Memory.
Everything.
I will go to the wiki page and look up this
You
thing
go to the wiki, yeah.
and see the past VODs.
You go to the campaign hub on the website. So you're gonna call him now, or are you gonna leave it, or?
Well,
I
it's
think
dawn, so that's kind of like between the two, isn't it?
and I believe that he probably works night. That would be my guess.
Okay.
And I think if we are going for it, this is valid information to actually
Yeah.
put either way. Either way. Worth disturbing and worth kind of
Waking
Put it
him
out
up
there.
or whatever, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably
Okay.
worth it.
Okay.
Probably.
So who's making the call?
I've just had surgery, so I'm out.
I can make an excellent talk.
Fine, you can make the call if you give me that leg.
And we can answer the data sheet. There you go.
You win. Nobody
Yeah,
here
alright.
is
I'll make the
practiced at diplomacy at this point.
Oh,
She's an expert.
leg the data pad.
Either you can drive the thing or I can have the leg. Okay, you drive.
Okay. Sure.
Alright, yeah, I'll make the call.
All right. So you ring up the number on your data slate, the non-evil data slate. See you later, Click. Have a good one.
Evil, thank you.
And as you go to dial up the Emperor's ringtone, calls and a voice picks up. Hello. Who is it?
Neviatora, you sent us on a mission.
Oh yeah. What do you want?
We might have a few problems.
Oh, go on then. What are they?
Okay, first of all, an Inquisitor has died underneath the city.
Oh, wait, what? Who?
Yeah.
How? When?
Too many
Why?
questions.
I'll answer them all quickly.
I don't think I can. Okay, underneath the city, because we burnt him, because he had been killed and mutilated and tortured to give him information which they didn't give him. Why, I don't know. Ask the interrogators. And I can't remember the last question.
Why? Was the last one.
I just explained why.
Oh, you answered it then.
Well, okay, fine. I've completely lost track of my thoughts now. This is not fair.
I'll take the call. Hello.
Yeah, pass to the guy with the leg. I've lost complete track of this conversation now.
Okay, so Volkart, you take the phone.
I'm just.
Hello?
Oh, it's you. So what do you need?
Well, you might be needing the badge and a little bit ahead. But where should we go from here? We have a couple of leads, but it's a big thing about the.
All right. Meet up with me. This sounds like some deep shit. All right. I'm gonna ping a location on your data slate. So what the fuck's wrong with your data slate, by the way?
Nothing is wrong with it.
He's gonna hear him like filling with his own. Yeah, no, something definitely jeffed up with that one.
No,
You might need to get that one in for repairs. I'll take it when we meet. And he says, yeah, we can meet here. He like pings your location, which is like a back alley. All right, you meet me here tonight.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. At
Don't get yourself
what
into
time?
trouble. At a. Just get there late, and I'll turn up. I don't know, like
Late.
direct deadlines in case I'm late.
Yeah, late. Got it. Yep. Yeah. So, Am I gonna hang up or are you gonna?
Well, I figure, yeah, I mean, you can if you want to. I'm just doing a bit. He's like, oh, all right. And he
No,
like,
you hang up.
No, you hang up. What's up, Franks? And then he just like, zoop, and the call like ends. The call drops.
I'm kind of new to. Okay, you hang up, guys.
He hung up on me.
I'm no good on phone.
Doesn't love me anymore.
That's okay. That's okay. That's okay.
So,
Oh God.
So, yeah, at this point, he he just he dropped the call, and then you guys have the morning and the day to decide what you're going to do before you meet Agent Grimm later this night, which we'll get into next time on Dark Heresy Tattered Fates, because we've got to go and do some pirating in just a few minutes here. So, arr, my lads, all aboard the crew. So we've got a new show coming up here. The Pirates of Cold Harbor is coming back out. Me chasing plans tonight, really. Ooh. He has his alchemist homebrew class starting up soon. So yeah. We're gonna get into that in just a few minutes here. So thank you guys for your generous donations. Thanks, Saxius, for your wonderful donations, my friend. They certainly made the madness happen. The magical phenomena were good fun, and the wiki will no doubt come into play later on as well. So until next time, guys, let's do some hooks and plugs. So Windbjorn, you do stuff on the internet, right?
Yes, pretty much. Well, I have a Twitch channel. That's about it. You'll find me on Twitter and Facebook, same username, Windbjorn. So
awesome. Rach, Skag, have got anything to say for yourselves?
Always lurking in chat, always willing to talk to people, always willing to help out, and definitely improving my role-playing skills when calling Agent Grimm in the future.
When calling Grimm, when you're put on the spot by Grimm.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, thank you guys for joining us. We're going to be here in just a few minutes. Thanks, Disc. We're going to go on a little 7-minute countdown here until the Pirates of Cold Harbor. So we'll see you guys in just a few minutes. Grab a drink, grab some food, settle in for some pirating. And be careful out there. And until next time, guys, try not to roll too many nat ones, because you want to be here laughing when you do. So it's good night from myself, Will, and goodbye from Skagif, Windbjorn, and Rachel, the Acolytes.
Good night.
Have fun, chat.
That sounds really cool, I think. Shit, I don't even know what it is. I'm going to ask him. Then we do a bunch of stuff here. I need to invite the boys. Let's get the guys in. Glitch, you can find the rules for Numenera if you just Google Numenera, you'll find the rules. They are purchasable from Monty Cook Games store. Dragon chest, awesome. Right, chaps, we are just going to drop the stream for a second, bring it back up again. People get a new notification, and it's easier for me to start a video, so don't go anywhere. I'm just going to switch off the stream and turn it right back on again. We're going to be back in like 2 seconds here, so do not worry, my friends. Do not